Whoa, Sunday morning. Who is awake on Sunday morning? That's what I wanted to find out. I had an insanely successful show last time I did it on a Thursday night, and Banana said, you know what? Keep going if people like it. So I decided to wake up this morning, see who's going to be here. It's an NFL Wild Card Sunday. I literally just rolled out of bed. I feel like I should be doing like a Sunday morning voice, like, hello, people. Hey, how's everybody this early Sunday morning? Waking you up, just getting out of dream state is always crappy for me because like dreams, I can see perfectly in my dreams, and then I wake up and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't see anymore.
658 said Sunday afternoon here in Denmark, laughing face.
Oh well, Denmark, I guess. Yeah, you're a few hours ahead of me. I got the comments rolling. Obviously, you can hear those, and yeah, like when I close my eyes, I've gone through a million different stages of like what happens when I sleep. I used to dream and oh, the music ended, so I should fire off the actual open. Ready? Here's the open.
Welcome to the Blind Surfer Show.
There you go. That's the. Ooh, let's see. Do I have another piece of music to play? Maybe. There we go. There's the intro music. Playing off a different thing today. Yeah, I used to be able to like see perfectly in my dreams because I had perfect vision as a kid. Then I went through a period of time. Ooh, it's getting right to these, huh?
At SarahCam7808 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Pete, you are killing it on the Solo Lives. You are a good listener and conversationalist.
Am I?
You red heart emoji.
Oh, I like the red heart emoji. Am I a good listener? I feel like sometimes I listen back to these things and I'm like, holy cow, I just talk endlessly. Like people call up with a question and then I go on for like 5 minutes. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of me. I mean, I suppose everybody could improve. I suppose I could try to be a better listener. But thank you for kicking us off with the $5 super chat right there. That was another reason Banana was like, keep going, because in the last show that we did, I actually made almost $200 in super chat, which was like a massive record for me. I think the most we'd ever made before was like $55 or something like that. And not like I'm here just for the money.
Noah Balboa09 asks, are you actually blind?
Am I actually blind? Anybody else in the chat want to handle that one for me? Like, yeah, man. Like, why would I? Yeah, that's a confusing one. Oh, so I was saying, yes, I'm blind. So now, these days, when I sleep, I see in perfectly good vision. And I close my, so I go through my whole day of not being able to see, and then I close my eyes and I go to bed and I see perfectly. And
At Noah
awesome.
Balboa09 said JK.
Yes, thank you.
At SarahCam7808 said no Noah. It's his biggest acting challenge.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
At Iron Yellow G said LMAO.
I love that I can actually participate in the comment. Like I love it when Brooks is here, when it's Brooks and not
At
just the chicken to my left over
said
there.
He's a method actor.
But I love the fact that I have the text-to-speech voice capability to listen to what's going on in the comments, although it does sidetrack me a lot. I was trying to say. So these days, I close my eyes, I go to bed, and I start seeing perfectly. And then I have this whole nice night of all these like very realistic dreams where I can see stuff and I know what's going on. But then I wake up in the morning,
the Great
like today.
670 said, I am hungry.
Well, I am not hungry in the morning. I'll get to that in a minute.
At Hoot_Enterprises asks, have you ever tried drugs?
Have you ever tried drugs? No, I've never tried drugs. I don't do drugs. I actually, so like, and I will finish this story. I kind of figured like I lost my eyesight, already. I've suffered with that. Like eyesight went away. And like, I just didn't feel like adding drugs to the mix was going to be a good idea.
Bro, what?
Bro, what? Yeah, so I figured, like, I don't want to have any other problems. So, no, I don't do drugs. I want to maintain the faculties that I do have. I just muted the chat for a second so I can get through the story. Yeah, and so I close my eyes, go to bed at night, and I see perfect all night long. It's because I used to be able to see, and now I can't. So it's kind of like my brain has the ability to conjure up those images. But it is kind of like every morning I wake up, I'm like, all right, another day. And then I open my eyes, I'm like, all right, I can't see. It's super frustrating. Dreams are trippy, though. Like right before I went to bed last night, I was on Instagram and I was listening to this story. It was, who knows what's real? Like, I'm sure it was just a clickbait thing, but it was an interesting hypothesis. They're saying that dreams are actually just a glimpse into another reality. Like you're not dreaming. Your brain isn't making this stuff up out of scratch. It's actually happening in another reality. And I kind of like that idea because dreams to me are so weird. There's so many things that happen in dreams that I'm like, that how does that? I will never forget one time in high school. I was dreaming that I was taking a math test, and there was a ridiculous simple division question. It was something like 28,635 divided by 7.4 or something like that. And in the dream, I'm doing this math test, and whatever the answer was, 14,006 or whatever it was. I woke up right after that moment of the dream, and I had my calculator nearby because there was still no smartphones when I was in high school. And I was like, I want to see if this is right. And I went right to the calculator and I entered that equation in. I hit equals, and it was right, like the crazy, 14,726 divided by 7.4. And it was right. I will never forget this. And I was wide awake when I double checked. I'm like, how did my brain figure that out? And another weird thing about dreams is like they surprise you. Just the other night, I was having a dream, and someone was playing a prank on me. Like they pranked me in the dream. And I like if I was writing the story, if I was telling the story, I would know that the prank was going to happen, right? Like, cause it's my brain, but I got totally fooled in this dream. Like, I don't understand how that kind of stuff happens in dreams. Like, how does my brain not know what my brain is about to dream if it is my brain actually coming up with the story? But yeah, that's what I was thinking about when I just woke up this morning. I literally rolled out of bed, grabbed all my vitamins, which I didn't take yet. I'm gonna have to take those with you guys. And yeah, back to being blind again. Yay. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I will be talking to you guys as well, as opposed to just monologuing myself, as I'm apparently wont to do. First caller of a Sunday morning. Who's up early with me? Who wants to talk? Who's this?
Alex.
Alex, what's going on?
Nothing. How are you doing?
Good. Where are you calling from?
Pennsylvania.
All right. Are you an Eagles fan? You ready for a wild card Sunday here?
Oh yeah.
Defending Super Bowl champs. Do you think you're gonna go back?
I don't know. Hopefully.
I work for the Eagles. I'm sure you probably watch them on TV, but if you happen to listen to the radio broadcast, you'll hear me doing a lot of commercials during that broadcast. I work directly for that team, so I also root for them from time to time.
Oh, okay.
But I can't root for them if they're like in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, because I grew up in New England and that has to be my team. So I'm also excited for today. What's going on?
I just had a question, and it might sound a little stupid.
I like stupid questions. I always take them so well. Go ahead.
All right. Because you've probably gotten this before, but because you're blind, does that make like all your other senses like enhance?
See, that's not a stupid question, because media like feeds that to people, and it's a yes and a no question. Like the scientific biological answer is no. Like, just because I lost my eyesight doesn't give me like extra cilia within my eardrum that make it so that I can hear more, and it doesn't give me like super taste like you'd want that. I don't think anybody would want super taste or super touch. Like, I don't think you'd want super touch either. But so the scientific answer is no. Like, I'm not given any special extra abilities. Like, I lose one faculty and then I'm just down one faculty. I think a lot of people with good eyesight would like to think like, that can't be good. Like, maybe he can compensate with other senses, but it's not really the truth. However, I will pay a lot more attention to my surroundings, like, because people with good eyesight don't have to. They're not always listening for things. So I'll be in a crowd and I'll hear something fall, or I'll hear someone move, or I'll sometimes eavesdrop in a conversation that my sighted friends didn't notice, and it's because I'm paying a ton of attention to my hearing. So in that respect, it might seem like I have quote unquote heightened senses, but it's more that I'm just kind of like paying attention to the remaining ones that I have, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, I've done a couple videos on that before, and it's it's an acquired thing. Like, it's not like if you were to lose your eyesight one day, you wouldn't have like this amazing ability to hear and listen to things. Like, it's you lose your eyesight, and then it just kind of like takes time to figure out how to how to adjust and how to go about the world.
My name, Junaid.
Oh, I just
Pleading
popped back
face
into the-
emoji face holding back tears emoji.
What are we pleading and holding back our tears
At
for?
Lib4R said have a great day.
Yes, everybody, have a great day.
At Alpha 12 to 24
12.
ohms said we lost him.
Who'd we lose?
At Junaid Break
Who's
said
gone?
can you please pronounce my name, Junaid? Pleading face emoji
Junaid.
face holding
Junaid?
back tears emoji.
Is it French? Are you Junaid? Or is
At
it
Alpha
Junaid,
12 to
like
24
Gatorade?
ohms said
How would I-
good luck bro.
Yeah, I don't know how I
At
would
It's
pronounce it. I'm just getting
Bluetooth
it through the text to
404
speech thing.
said oh my gosh it's the banana chicken banana dude.
I'm the banana chicken. Wait,
At Junaid
I'm not the
Break
banana
said
chicken
can you
guy.
please pronounce my name, Junaid?
I
Pleading
just did
face
it. I
emoji
literally
face
just did it. I
holding
said
back tears
Junaid.
emoji.
Junaid. If it's French, it's
At
kind of a cool sounding name.
AleTrout095 said I kick me.
I kick me. I don't
At
know why I kick me. Banana chicken.
AleTrout095 said it kick me.
Who's kicking?
At
Oh, kicked
Brody
you out of
Hayes
the
3807
phone
said
call.
Haney.
Haney, whatever that is. What was I about to say? Oh, I gotta take all my vitamins. I don't eat breakfast. I really only do 2 meals a day. I completely forgot to do this. I won't do it right now, but I'll do it in a couple minutes. This is my breakfast every day. I take a bunch of vitamins. I'll go through them with you, and you can see which vitamins I take if you want. Because I can't stand eating in the morning. I basically have 2 meals, and then I have a ton of vitamins in the morning. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Talking to you guys this early Sunday morning. Hey, what's up? Happy NFL Wildcard Sunday. Who's this? I hear you. I hear somebody there. People always get all upset that they get kicked out of the chat, but then they, aren't there. I'm going to blow you up. I'm going to blow this person up. They're going to get blowed up.
Turtles. I like turtles.
That's the blow up sound. If you're not there, if I go to you and you're not there, then you get blowed up. I can put the phone number on the screen. Well, the phone lines are actually kind of full at the moment. So, but like if I wanted to put the phone number up on the screen, I believe I would press that button right there. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I like this view, I guess. I mean, I can't see it, but I know apparently you get to see my awesome. Oh, banana chicken. That's what I was going to say. Apparently, I didn't know what banana chicken was until someone sent me one. I got a banana chicken. Although I think my banana chicken was like a banana chicken pineapple, but there's like this whole series of videos, and I don't know if they're on TikTok or YouTube or both, but it's like a bunch of videos. They're like banana, chicken, banana. And my significant other's name is Banana. So, and I have a chicken over here. So I guess technically I'm the banana chicken guy, but I did not write those really bizarre, weird, trippy, strange songs. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Let's go to another call and see if this person is actually here. Hey, who's this?
Hello, this is Bruce calling from the International Revenue Service Agency.
Oh, I've had a lot of fun with you guys lately. What's going on?
You're late on your 2015 tax return payment,
Yeah, that's
and there is an outstanding balance of $4,350 US,
Oh,
which
good.
you need to pay
It's
immediately.
less than
This
usual.
is a phone number connected with your tax return.
Yeah. No, IRS calls me every
You can
year.
pay this using PayPal. You
Yep.
need to send $4,350 to Prank Dial Tax Services 2015 at gmail.com.
Sounds about right. Yeah, that's one of the phone calls I
You
get
need
every
to make
week.
this payment
All
immediately.
right, I'm gonna blow
If
this
it's
guy
not
up
sent
too.
by
Ready?
tomorrow,
Boom.
Turtles. I like turtles.
I've had a lot of fun with the IRS as of late. So those are the kind of phone calls I'll get. Although if you get a phone call like that and it sounds like someone like that and they're telling you to send money to some random address, don't do
said
it.
lol.
That's what we call a scam. SCAM, scam. Although I almost spelled it wrong.
At Devils. Advocate
Devil's Advocate's
2354
awake.
said rolling on the floor laughing
what's everybody
emoji
rolling
rolling
on the floor
on the
about?
floor
Did somebody
laughing
do something
emoji
funny?
rolling on the floor
Rolling on
laughing
the floor,
emoji
laughing
rolling
emoji,
on the
rolling
floor
on the floor,
laughing
laughing emoji,
emoji.
rolling on the floor. This is why I hate
At
like when people
LE8
send
said
me a lot of
IRS.
when people send me.
At Sarah Cam
We got
7808
Sarah and
said
Devils in the-
IRS
in the
taking
chat.
PayPal kills me.
I know IRS taking PayPal. So
At
when people
Leon
send me
JRS Tredge CEK 7220 said balls.
balls, when people send me emojis, like it's cute when you can look at them. I guess like when you can. Just look at them quickly and get the rolling on the floor laughing emoji. But like when I get them, it describes them. It's like 2 hands pressed together, praying emoji, rolling on the floor laughing emoji, smiling face with tear next to it emoji. And it just makes the damn text take like way longer. So, I mean, it's good that they have text to speech enabled that I can actually you know, it'll describe them to me, but the effect of looking at something and getting the mood is lost
Harry
on me because
Chungus Minky Man farted on his banana nana nana mama mama and
Harry
nana nana nana
Chunga
nana nana
Mingus
nana
Man
nana nana nana
farted on his
Attention Killer 284 said, I am sorry I had to.
Was Tension
At
Killer? Was that you
Brenton
that did the
1023 said,
IRS
good
thing?
morning.
Good morning, everybody. I am the one thing I can listen to the chat. I can accept the super chats, which if you guys wanted to donate, and you can make Banana very proud of me, and then after this, I can take her out for. Let's see if she does. Sarah Cam, if you are there, so on Wednesday nights afterwards we go out and we get a spicy margarita for Banana. I would say that on Sunday morning, especially before a Patriots game, we would go out and she would get what are those things called? A Bloody Mary. She'd get a Bloody Mary. That would be her Sunday morning drink. So if anybody wants to donate to the super chat, there you go, right there. Look at that. Ask and ye shall.
At Wednesdays now tip $10 through super chat. It's very cool how technology allows you to get through life easier. Is there any technology you wish existed?
The technology to see, and thank you very much. That was like, I immediately was like, hey, anybody want super chat? And then you did it. Like, look at that. Ask and you shall receive. You guys are awesome. Yeah, well, this is what I tell a lot of people that have lost their eyesight, that are losing their eyesight, that are blind or going blind, is there's so much technology out there these days. Like you can basically do almost anything. Like, so that's how I get my messages. Like, I got notified by YouTube. Now live on your channel for a good time, call me. Like text to speech, that's an obvious one. That's how I'm listening to.
That doesn't translate to an image, and the text to speech can't describe it.
That's how I'm doing the comments and stuff. But like AI, everybody's all over AI these days. They hate it, they can't stand it, and they say it's taking jobs. But I'm using it. It's this computer that I'm broadcasting on right now was I bought this thing specifically for streaming, and I got it delivered to me. It's a Dell Alienware Aurora R16 computer with an NVIDIA 4060 graphics card in it, which is why it looks so amazing. Hopefully the picture looks good. I turned on the computer, and obviously the text-to-speech wasn't enabled. And I just kind of waited until I knew that I was on the main screen. Like, I waited a couple minutes. I'm like, all right, I must be on the main screen. And so I turned on ChatGPT and I activated the video camera and I held it up to the screen. And the guy's like, hey, Pete, looks like you got a new computer. Seriously, he said this to me. Like, it looks like you got a new computer. And I'm like, yeah, I need you to help me through the the setup. And he's like, absolutely, let's do it. So he reads the first page to me. Welcome to your new Dell Alienware Aurora R16. Press next to continue. I'm like, Sam, where's the next button? He's like, it's in the bottom right. So oops, what just happened there? I'm getting messages. No. So he literally like helped me. He's like, your mouse is a little above it, go down. And so I moved down. He's like, there you are. You're right on top of it. Hit next. And I hit next. He's like, now you're on the next screen. It's asking you what you want to use for your audio device or whatever. Like, so I was able to set up my computer all by myself. And then, once I get it set up, then I use the text-to-speech software or text OCR, optical character recognition. Like, it's how I run my whole business. It's how I run the voiceover business. I use technology. I read, quote-unquote, read my own copy by using an ear prompter. I edit all my own stuff. I send out all my own emails. And this whole setup in here was done with a combination of, foreknowledge. I know studios. I've been in studios my whole life, but I was using ChatGPT and the cameras to recognize stuff. Like, you can do so much these days with technology. Now, it takes a lot longer. Like, it's certainly, if I could have just looked at that computer and been like, next, I could have had it set up in 2 minutes. And so I can look at this one of two ways. I can get really frustrated that the technology is taking a long time, that someone with eyesight would be able to just, look at it really quickly and zoom through the setup. And I can get upset and annoyed that I can't do that anymore because I've lost my eyesight. Or I can be really excited that the technology exists that allows me to do it at all. So I always try to focus on the positive. And I'm very excited that AI is here to help me. And a lot of people are like, well, there's volunteers that can do stuff like that. And I understand that. Like, I know there's volunteers. I know that there's people that would be able to help me out and get through things like that. But sometimes it's nice not to have to ask a person. Like, a lot of times when the comments come through and they're like, how do you do this or how do you do that? And it's like, or who does this for you? And the answer doesn't always have to be that someone will do it for me. Like, I can do it by myself with the help of a little bit of technology.
7,220 said ooh.
Ooh. I like it when I pop into the comment section, like right in the middle of something going on. I just popped in with ooh. Also, sometimes this text-to-speech thing craps out on me, and I'll have to go over and reset it. So if it gets quiet for a while, I might have to disappear and go over there and do that. But for now, let's see if we can get back to, hold on. I think I just missed. No, here we go. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Let's see who's on here right now. Hey, who's this? Hello. Oh, it's someone that's going to get blown up if they don't
Trayvon
say something.
Dontavius 6,532 asks, you can hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I got to blow up this
Dev
color, though.
Nightshade said
Ready?
greetings from Germany.
Turtles. I like turtles.
Gerald Capucci
Somebody got blown up because
5,000
they weren't
said
on
all
the
the
line.
way from Africa,
All the way
Malawi.
from Africa.
Love your channel.
You're streaming me over in Africa?
Syed Phoenix
that's kinda
said
cool to
hello.
know. So I just blew up the last caller that wasn't there. We'll try another one. 760-517-6844. I understand that it's difficult because you're like watching the stream on the thing that you're calling from, your phone. So it's a little complicated, but
greetings from New Hampshire.
greetings from New Hampshire and go Patriots. Let's see if someone is
said,
here.
I look at the screen close to my face.
Now. Hey, who's this? Welcome to the program.
Hello?
Hey, who's this?
Wyatt.
Wyatt, what's going on this Sunday morning or afternoon, depending where you are?
It's been good. I just had to clean something up.
Yeah?
I'm surprised I actually got on this line. You're one of my favorite YouTubers.
Oh,
I'm just so happy to be on here to talk to you. I've never was able to talk to my favorite YouTubers.
That's really nice to hear. I appreciate that. Have you been watching for a while?
Yeah.
I've
been watching for a couple years now.
What do you like? Surfing videos? Do you like the unboxing videos? Anything in particular?
I like the unboxing videos.
Do you?
They're
Yeah.
funny.
I put out a long form one yesterday, which for some reason doesn't get shared with my audience the way the shorts do. But 3 different people sent 5 different things. Sarah sent some food. Matea Brown sent a toy and some food. And then I had something that I found out after the fact was alien tongues. I obviously didn't know what it was, but I always appreciate people sending stuff in for that. Those are really fun. What else? What did you have to clean up? Did you have to clean your whole room, or was it a particular mess you had to clean up?
Oh no. It was because we have this little spot for our trash cans, and there's a couple holes in our trash cans, so like some garbage slipped out. We had to like put it in on more trash bags.
So
we had to clean it up a little bit.
That happens to me when the barrel has like a little bit of a leak underneath it, and then someone throws in something to the trash that's like liquid and it starts to leak out the bottom. I've fixed the bottom of a trash barrel by using boat tape. Boat tape is waterproof tape that you can use to like seal the bottom of an inflatable boat. And so instead of going to the store and buying a whole new trash can, I just bought like a $3 roll of boat tape, and I was able to fix the bottom of my trash can. Literally just happened to me like 2 weeks ago. I went to carry the trash out to the garbage, and when I walked back in, my feet were getting wet. I was like, gross, what happened? And I totally just like leaked something all the way from the trash can inside to the trash can outside.
Yeah.
What else
happens sometimes?
What else is going on today?
Nothing. I'm trying to see if my football team's playing today.
Who is playing today? Or who is your team, I mean?
My favorite football team is the Dallas Cowboys.
Let's ask. Are the Dallas Cowboys playing today?
The Cowboys are not playing today.
No.
They were beaten by the Giants last Sunday. The final score was 34-17.
So are they not? I don't think they made the playoffs. I don't think the Cowboys made the playoffs this year. They were beaten by the Giants, which is pretty crappy way to end the year because the Giants were not very good.
Yeah. I don't like when we get beat by the Giants because it's very rare, and then it also sucks because I'm the only Cowboys fan in the house. Because everybody else in the house is a New York Giants fan.
Oh, you're literally so it's the NFC East is the division that your team plays in, both of those teams, and it's always been super weird to me because in the NFC East you've got what? You got the Giants, you got the Eagles, and they're both in the East, and there's one other team I'm blanking on, and then the Cowboys which are like in the middle of the country. I never understood the alignment of the NFC East. I would never call Dallas an Eastern team. Why? So why, if everybody in your house is a Giants fan, why do you like the Cowboys?
Because on my father's side, it's everybody on my father's side, they're a Cowboys fan, and I really got interested in the Cowboys and stuff.
Oh, okay. So it's so some part of your family likes the Cowboys, just everybody in your house happens to like the Giants.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, better luck next season. Better luck in the draft. This wasn't your year, or wasn't their year either, I guess.
Yeah. The sad part about my father is that he died 4 months before I was born, so I never got to meet him.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but I got a lot of his stuff though.
Yeah. Did he leave any videos behind? Did you get to see him in video, or I'm sure you got some pictures?
Oh
right?
yeah, I got to see him in a lot of videos. 'Cause
Yeah.
my mom has like TikTok of him and like Facebook posts, and my grandma has like little CDs of videos of him.
Well, that's kind of nice. At least you got to see what he was like. Although I get nervous sometimes, like if I were to drop dead and people were gonna see if they could figure out who I was. I feel like at least these videos, like with the lives, like this is as me as I get. But sometimes, the blind guy unboxings or me down at the beach. It's not the same as being with me. Like, people in real life are different than they are on videos sometimes. But I mean, that's really, I've lost all my grandparents, and just because of the time, it was a while ago. I have no video of them. I wish it would be nice to kind of pop on a video and go, oh yeah, that's what they sounded like. And, if I could see it, I'd be like, that's what they look like. So that's nice that you at least have that.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your calling today, and I wish you best of luck in the NFL season next year. Let's see. I don't work for the Giants or the Cowboys. I can't think of anything I've done for either of those teams, but neither of them in the playoffs this year.
At
so
Lone
I wouldn't be
Ninja
doing it.
211 said, I don't get anywhere.
Why don't you get anywhere?
At MSL 863 said, bro, you're my favorite creator.
Is that me? I'm the bro
I've
in that
never
thing?
seen you live before.
I do lives. I had been
At
doing
Devin
them at least
Valid,
once a week.
2342 said, hey.
Hey, but now I
At
feel
Lone
like I
Ninja
want to do them.
211 said, you really are an inspiration
Well, that's
for me,
very
man.
nice to hear. Oh, along those lines, hold on, I'll get back. Oh, I love these. Love you guys. You're my favorite.
At SarahCam7808
again.
tipped $5 through Super Chat. I was the one that got through but was silent.
Oh,
The system
Sarah.
hung up on me before I could say anything.
You have the
May try
worst luck.
again.
I can't believe I blew you up again. Sarah is so generous. She's basically, between her and Mateus, the two of them are like keeping Blind Guy Unboxing rolling. Also, Sarah basically single-handedly funds Wednesday night at the Mexican place. Sarah's just like a huge supporter. I still got, I think it's right over here. I got like some, where is it? Yeah, she sent like a bunch of food for me to snack on. Is this it? I don't know. Yeah, these damn things. They're so addictive. Is that the front? I don't know which way is the front. Yeah, that side or that side. But these are like toffee peanuts that she sent. And apparently they're from another YouTuber, which I was like, hey, I'm promoting another YouTube channel. Someone just said, hold on, I got a story to tell if you guys give me a minute. And then I'm going to take all my vitamins. So I was surfing, and it was really small waves, just the other day, like really small waves. I was out there with Nisha, and some guy is in the water. I guess he was just coming out, and he's like, oh my God, you're blind? And yeah, like, my shirt says blind surfer, but he's checking basically. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, that's amazing. You're doing so good. Like that's just so incredible. And literally the wave I'd gotten was the smallest. It was a tiny day. Like there's barely enough power in the ocean to push it. So like I pop up around this tiny little wave, and then I got this dude like over the top. He's like, oh, you're such an inspiration. That's what he says. Like, you're so incredible. It's amazing that you're out here. And I didn't mean to, but I totally kind of gave him like a like I don't, if I had my glasses on or not, I don't know, but I might have like rolled my eyes at him. And then Nisha comes in. She, she's like, "Oh, thank you so much. Isn't it crazy to see a surfer out here?" And like, I kind of, I don't know how to like not come off as ingracious or like a jerk, but like, sometimes, when I'm doing something like basic, like just being out in the world, people are like, oh, you're here shopping by yourself. You're such an inspiration. I'm like, this isn't inspirational. Like, I'm just getting apples, and like that one wave I got, like, I'm a good surfer. Like, I'm objectively good. And I can get big waves, and I can get crazy waves, and I can do late drop waves. And, I'm out there on a lot of days where, the lower 50% of surfers, you aren't doing good. And so like, I pride myself on that. And I've never wanted to judge myself on a sliding scale. Like, I never wanted to say, oh, I've got this huge handicap, so minor things are accomplishments. Like, I've always wanted to be judged against fully abled people. I'd like to say, is it like I run a hugely successful voiceover business. I'm one of the most well-known promo trailer narrator voices in the country. Like, that's inspirational. Like, because I worked for that, and I fought against people that were fully able-bodied, and I was still able to do that. So I feel like that might be inspirational. Like, I've written 2 best-selling, number 1 selling Amazon books, 2 novels, and like that I feel like is inspirational because I worked hard for it. And I built this YouTube channel with 2.5 million subscribers. Like, I feel like that's impressive and that's inspirational. Like, just being out in the water and catching one like little dinky wave that someone on vacation from Minnesota their first time could have caught if they were on a foam board. Like, I didn't feel like that was inspirational. However, Nisha pointed out to me, because she's always like the Jiminy Cricket on my shoulder, like the conscience. She's like, what he saw was someone that is blind, that, she's like, he didn't care what kind of a wave you were on, but the fact that you're out there, you're in the ocean, you're paddling and you're popping up and you're riding waves. She's like, that is inspirational. And I didn't think of it that way. I felt like the guy was patronizing me, by catching a tiny wave and being like, good for you, little buddy. I felt like it was like a pat on the head almost, but it wasn't. She explained it to me later that it is inspirational to watch someone who has a major disability. It took me years just to get comfortable in the water, just paddling out and being able to orient myself to which way is forward. And so it did take a lot of work just to get to that point. I had to keep that in mind. So whoever that was, whoever saw me in the water the other day and was trying to be nice, I really didn't mean to roll my eyes at you. That was super rude. Like I said, I feel like I explained my thought process. I felt like, like if you saw a regular non-blind surfer and you saw him catch a 1 foot wave, you wouldn't be like, that was amazing. You'd be like, pretty crappy day out here, isn't it? Like, that's what you'd say to someone else. And I think that's what everybody who knows me and surfs with me, we'd all be saying crappy day. But someone who's never seen a blind guy out in the water before, just seeing me out there, I get it now. So I apologize for my response. 760
At meta_Emily said, hello, big fan of you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
At Lone Ninja 211 said, man, I wish I had the guts to put Myslef on the internet. I am so afraid of what people say. I was always bullied. I really wish I could have your courage.
Lone Ninja, I don't like the fact. I'm
At
like
Inferno 303 White said hi.
I got bullied. At
Dana Hartman 6258 said, caught you live for once.
Hey, so this is a good time to get some new people in there. I got bullied pretty good when I went into 7th grade. So like kindergarten through 6th grade, elementary school, like all my friends were. It was a small group. I think there was only like 18 kids in my class. And they all knew that I was losing my eyesight, and it was just a thing. Like, okay, Pete's losing his eyesight. But then I got to 7th grade, and I had these large print textbooks, which were literally twice the size. So instead of like, a textbook that looked like this, like 8x10, mine were like 16x20. And then the doctors gave me a monocular, which is basically just 1/2 of a binocular. Hold on, I'll finish that in a sec.
At Wednesdays now, tip $10 through Super Chat. I live in Monterey. Recently, we sadly lost an ocean swimmer to a shark attack. Have you ever experienced any sharks while surfing? Do you always surf in the same place, or have you traveled to surf?
I mostly surf right around here. I've never done a surf trip, oddly enough. I've been surfing for like 9 years now, 8.5 years, and I've never done a surf trip. So I mostly just surf right around here. And so my coaches, all of them, whether it's Josh or Brooks or Nisha, or I've been out with other people like my friend Cameron or Jimmy Redmond, they all had this like kind of tacit like agreement between them all that if there was a shark, they weren't going to tell me about it, because there's nothing you can do about it. And shark attacks are generally pretty rare. I'm really sorry to hear that someone died in a shark attack in Monterey, a swimmer too. So, I mean, there was one here about 5 or 6 years ago. Some kid was like tampering with a lobster trap and he got bit by a shark pretty bad. So it does happen. But in general, if you're out there, and especially if there's like a crowd of people, I mean, there's not much you can do. And I would assume that like panicking and freaking out and paddling in really fast might actually draw the attention of the shark. So I have on occasion surfed with sharks in the water, but I didn't know about it until afterwards. Like we'll go to breakfast and we'll sit down and, you know, Banana will be filming. She'll be like, oh, I saw that shark fin out there. And I'm like, what? And they're like, oh yeah, there was a shark out there. I remember when I went to go surfing with Taylor Knox, you know, former pro surfer, part of the Momentum generation. There were shark warnings all over the place. Like the beach was littered with signs that said shark warning, shark warning, shark warning. And we went out anyway. Because again, there's just not much you can do about it. There's a surf spot around here, San Onofre, which is where the military, I think specifically the SEALs, will go to train and swim in the water because it's infested with sharks. And a lot of people will surf. Will surf there. I mean, personally, I think if I saw one, I'd freak out and I might slowly paddle in because I'm kind of afraid of them. But in general, most surfers just kind of like, oh, well, it's there. Hopefully it'll go away, I guess. So when I got into 7th grade and I had my monocular, so I'm like looking through this little mini binocular and I got my large print books, I was getting bullied like pretty hardcore by some people that, you know, because I was different. In particular, there was this one guy and he was big. I was like a little skinny 7th grader. I was like 5'6", like 110 pounds or something like that. And there was this dude, he was massive. He was over 6 feet tall, 200 pounds, just one of those, you know, got big early kids. And he used to stand up in my homeroom and go, how many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers am I holding up? And it was just like, there was nothing I could do against the guy because he was huge. But I do remember after like 3 months of him doing that, I came up with a response. It took me forever to come up with it, but I flipped him off. I was like, how many fingers am I holding up? But I I literally got in a fight with kids because I just wouldn't stand for getting. And I'm not recommending this. Like I'm not saying, you know, I've done a video about this before. I'm not saying, hey, go out there and fight. I'm just telling you what I did. And this was also like 1989 or something. But kids would make fun of me, and then I'd like literally start like a little fight about it. So people eventually like, all right, it's not fun to make fun of this kid because then this scrappy little 5'6" kid starts fighting me. And then eventually I not just because of that, but because I worked really hard to be friendly and cordial and nice and helpful. I ran for class president. I ran for it 7th grade, 8th grade, lost, 9th grade, lost. But then by the time 10th grade rolled around, and you know, class president in my school was kind of like a popularity contest, basically. And I felt like I did a good job of being friendly and winning people over and telling them that I, you know, wanted to do stuff for them and help them out. So 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and ended up being class president. So I went from a kid that was being bullied for being different to being, I ended up being captain of the swim team. I was a starter on the football team. I had some vision back then, you know, some usable vision, and I ended up being class president. That meant a lot to me, that my peers really, it kind of showed me how far I'd come from getting bullied towards being friends with everybody. Because once they get to know the person, there's this stupid thing about bullying. Like you bully someone because they're different. Like why? Well, just because they're different, you're going to bully them? It's ludicrous. So I got, you know, the opportunity to let everybody know who I was. I was a kid who was into sports. I was into sailing and swimming and ultimate frisbee and art and you know, I even played some Dungeons and Dragons in 7th and 8th grade. And so as a person, I wasn't just a kid with a handicap. And once they got to know the person, then we all started to become friends. So that was my journey of being bullied. 760-517-6844.
Just me 3W847 said you are an inspiration in so many ways.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I just put someone else on hold. Let me hop on over to that call and see who we got on the line. Hey, who's this? Happy Sunday morning or afternoon. Hello. Sarah, if this is you again, if that's you and your phone is not working, whoever it is, I'm going to have to blow you up because you're not there.
Turtles. I like turtles.
This is what happens when you get the opportunity to get on. Your phone doesn't work. 760-517-6844. Ooh, I just put someone on hold, and I know they were there because I heard a little bit of noise. Let us check in and see who this is. Happy Sunday. Who's this?
Hi. Hey, Pete. It's Kyler Golden. How are you?
Kyler. Did you say Kyler or Tyler?
Kyler with a K.
Cool. What's going on?
Hey, yeah, this is my first time calling in. Actually, I used to grow up in San Diego. How are you doing this morning?
Good. I love when I get to hear some new voices. Are you still in San Diego or did you move away?
I moved away. Mom passed away in 2021. I'm in Idaho now.
Oh, that odd. That's really odd you say that. I moved here in 2016, and the first Uber trip I took out here, I was like just going to the store to get some like food for the house. Um, Told the Uber driver that I just moved here, and he's like, "I'm moving." I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I need to get out of here." I'm like, "Okay, well, what do you want to do?" And he's like, "I'm going to move to Idaho." And I'm like, "Okay, what do you like about Idaho?" He goes, "They have an open carry policy." I was like, "Okay." Like he wanted to be able to.
Well, okay then.
Yeah, he wanted to be able to walk around and carry his gun. I was like, "All right, cool. Have fun carrying your gun around in Idaho." That was an interesting reason to leave an area. Now, I'd heard a lot of people saying San Diego was getting expensive. I was hearing people say they didn't like the politics of the California, governor specific. I heard a lot of things. Never before and never since then have I heard someone say they wanted to go to a state just so they could carry their gun around.
Yeah, that sounds kind of minor. To be quite honest with you, I don't dabble in politics. I'm more in tech news. I couldn't give a flying rat fart about politics.
I'd like not to. A large part of my job is as a voice actor. I work for I won't work for anybody. I actually, believe it or not, years ago I was asked to be the voice of Al Jazeera, and I was like, nope, not doing that. But I do work for a lot of news outlets in the United States, and I work for both sides of the aisle. I work for sports as well. I work for entertainment. But at the end of the day, I'll read my news copy, but I do not bring that to the dinner table. I do not bring it to conversations with friends. The quickest way these days to get in an argument with someone is just bring up one side of the aisle or other. So I just definitely avoid that.
Yeah, I looked up some of your voiceover work. I was actually introduced to well, not that I mean, of course I knew you before then, but then again, being 19 feels perpetually exhausting, and my brain just kind of sort of in one ear and out the other. So I was actually introduced, I got to know who you were through a life skills teacher at the Commission for the Blind, actually. He started showing off your channel, and heck, I didn't know you were I knew you were one of the most well-known voices, but at the same time I didn't. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
We get into adulting and our brains start acting all weird, and I'm exhausted at like 5 p.m. So
yeah, no, and I'm certain people aren't like making notes of, okay, I heard Pete at 5:30 on Fox. I heard him at 7:20 over on ABC. I caught him again on the radio. Like, yeah, people aren't doing that. But I do like it when I put my demo reel together. And, you can hear me from like Hulu, Netflix, ESPN, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, your favorite radio stations, back over to a movie trailer, some commercial, and you run it all together and people are like, holy crap, that was all you? Like, that's kind of fun when people get to see it all together or hear it all together.
Yeah, I kind of do my own audio productions. I'm what I call a recorded on iPhone audio producer.
Yeah.
So I'm not much of a voice actor, and it was funny because I joined your Friday night live stream. One of the previous ones, I joined that. You might have seen me in the comments as TBS6217, but I joined that live stream, and it was funny because you were talking about 11 Labs and AI voice production and how that might change the voice industry a little bit. And I've been doing for years. I've been doing audio productions where I've used Backpack Studio to add in music and sound effects and whatever not.
Yep.
And voiceovers to kind of get my point across. But it's not like I have a $2 million voice talent studio in the back of my bedroom.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna make do with what I have, and this should be fun. So I'd kind of, if Amazon did something stupid back in the day when they were releasing their new AI features for Alexa or whatever, and they decided to limit it to devices with screens, I'd make a voicemail greeting that was like a sci-fi dystopian style son of a baconator. But just to make fun of them, I'd make some sort of production that paints them as the idiots, basically.
Yeah, I mean that use, I can't hate on, like, I can't be like anybody that uses AI, like, because I get it, especially in that circumstance. You're young, you're just trying to learn the equipment and make something fun. I mean, personally, I know everybody's not going to be a voiceover person. But a lot of times I'd rather hear the person. I'd rather hear their intent coming through in their voice. But I understand why people don't do it. It's not like you doing that didn't take a job away from me. Like you weren't going to hire me. I heard McDonald's recently used AI, and McDonald's has hired me, and they've paid me. And the fact that they went and used an AI voice, I'm like, that's not cool. Like you should not be doing that. And also it's it's bad. It's bad quality, especially at this point. That's funny that you heard that part of Brooks and I talking about that. We're going to release that as a short. We're going to be taking like clips from these longs and releasing them as shorts because not everybody gets to catch them live. But yeah, talking about how the AI is taking off the bottom end of the industry, and Brooks postulated, he's like, it shouldn't hurt my end of the business too much. A lot of the clients I work with, they don't want a robot voice, but it's interesting. I mean, it's a very interesting time. I never thought, I've grown up using text to speech. And like the very first, what was the first like Microsoft Alex or something like that? And listening to,
I think it was Apple Alex on macOS or something like that.
It was just a very robotic, like, welcome to your Apple system. Like if someone had told me, like when I was trying to get into voiceovers in the late 90s, like you're going to get replaced by a text to speech voice, I'd be like, what? That's not going to happen. But now it's a conversation.
Yeah.
So, all right. What else is going on?
And there's nothing much. I'm heading to church in a few minutes, but I figured I'd call in because I'm also completely blind. I've also, it's funny because it tells you to mute it when I'm up next in the queue. It tells you to mute the audio from the live stream, but I've actually got a BrailleSense 6 running Android 12, so that's what I joined on because I could access YouTube on that sucker.
Cool.
And so I joined the live stream on my BrailleSense and then called in on my iPhone. I'm just like, all right, I'll just lower the volume on this sucker.
There you go.
No biggie.
Yeah, I assume most people are on the same device, and I feel like a lot of times I go to the caller and I hear like panic, like tap 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 tap, like what the hell am I supposed to do? How do I mute this thing and talk to the guy at the same time? But if you got two running at the same time, that's pretty helpful. So, did you learn? Were you blind from birth?
Yep, optic nerve hypoplasia.
And did you start learning Braille at a very young age?
Yeah, probably preschool or kindergarten. Jeannie Petrie was my TVI. She was an absolute beast of a teacher. She was a good one.
And how fast
I still keep in touch with her today, actually.
That's cool. How fast are you at? Can you read Braille at the speed that you would speak?
I have literally read Braille and scrolled through my system and quietly, like, you know how sighted people will read through their phone screen and they're kind of reading through a big bank statement and they're like, "Dear Pete Gustin, this email is to inform you that blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
I've been able like I'd open my email and I'd be demonstrating my BrailleSense to someone and I'd open up my email and I'd open up some random promo just to get it marked as read because the flipping thing shouldn't be in my unread folder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of this. And so I'm like, reading this Braille display and it really depends on what I'm doing. Because if I'm like in church and my grandpa's speaking, he's the pastor of Restored Community Church. He founded it 7 or 8 years ago. But if my grandpa starts speaking and I'm reading the Bible verses along with him because I got a Bible program on here, I will often read in sync with what he's actually speaking and sometimes even read parts of the verses out loud, kind of in sync with him because I've grown up with him for so long.
That's it.
But yeah.
See, I tried to learn. I was 19 years old and my eyesight was really starting to fade. And even then I thought I wanted to get into voice acting. So I got assigned a Braille teacher in Massachusetts. And the woman came over and we started with Braille 1. This is what the A feels like. This is what the B feels like. And then we went to Braille 2, like the combined things. And I asked her, I'm like, how long will it be till I can read this at the speed I need to speak? And she's like, ooh, that is very difficult for people that are starting later in life. She's like, that could take years. And she's like, and possibly you might never be able to be that fast. And I was like, oh, that's the only reason I'm doing this. Like I wanted to learn how to do voiceovers by using Braille. Yeah. And so I was like, if that's not going to be a thing, and I had no propensity or no skill at it, like at all. Like I'd be sitting there be like, I think that's the A, maybe it's the B. I was super slow. I'm like, this is not going to work for me. And eventually I ended up switching over to the ear prompter system. But I guess, I mean, I've heard stories, people like you that started super young, that you can be really proficient at it. But that is a skill that I found extraordinarily difficult to pick up later in life.
Yeah. I've been learning Braille since I was in kindergarten or first grade. I used to be kind of a bookworm. In fact, my TVI used to create me custom books if I was doing really well in my lessons for 3 weeks at a time or something like that. I don't remember the exact time period, but as time went on, I've kind of started to become more of a tech nerd, and so I'm like beta testing for iOS. I've got my Braille Sense running Android, and I sideloaded the Pixel Sounds app on here so that I can change up my sound scheme a little bit and not have to use the same old, junk that the standard Android gives us on devices like this. But then I'm also, I've also, man, I wish you should see my room right now. It looks like it pretty much looks like a tech haven, because I got my Echo Dot Max on my right side. I just got an Echo Show yesterday, and then I got a 5th generation Echo Dot in front of me on my stack of shelves. So I've literally got a bedroom group that can play music all at the same time, and I'm literally testing Alexa Plus on all these devices because why not? I got too much time on my hands.
The technology's there. I just love the fact that one blind guy said to another blind guy, "You should see my room right now." That cracks me up. But I was talking about that earlier. The fact that there's so much technology available, and it seems like he's utilizing a lot of it because it's there. It can help your life. It can allow you to do things that you otherwise couldn't do. I mean, being blind in like medieval times, I mean, you better be a bard, singing on a street corner or something like that. Otherwise, you might not have a very long life. But these days, there's so much technology out there.
N1H said good.
N1H.
At Bentley Cook -N1H
I'm going to go through my
said
vitamins
boy.
here. And because this is my breakfast. This is what I have for breakfast every day. If you were curious, my very first pill of the day is going to be this giant. You know what was really funny? While he was talking, he kept saying stuff, and I was nodding. I was like, yeah,
said, get on her knees and do what her told.
What the hell? That's not cool, man. But it's because I do that when I'm like talking to sighted people. Like I can't get the nonverbal cues from people.
Goose of Knowledge
like if they're
said, I
nodding
saw
at me.
The King in Yellow yesterday.
What's The King in Yellow? Is
I
that a
think
movie?
I now know past, presentable, and future.
I think it was supposed to say past, present, and future. But this is a omega-3 fish oil pill. It's huge. I'll try not to choke on it. People laugh at me about my breakfast routine. I just have a whole bunch of these. It's a new multivitamin I'm taking. I don't know the name of anything. I don't know what the heck it is. But these are the weirdest multivitamins I've ever had. Has anybody ever had a multivitamin
At the Goose
that
of
smells
Knowledge
like
said
cheese?
present.
Like it I don't know why. These things, they're like strong.
At Harley 10,454 said cheese is but a loaf of milk.
Cheese is but a
My
loaf of
comment
milk.
earlier didn't make noise.
Why didn't it make noise? Well,
TBS
I only turn it
6217
up every
said,
now and
sorry,
then.
my phone decided to be a turd.
Well, everybody's
It
phone
was
is
an
turdy from
honor
now and
talking
then.
to you this morning.
It was very good
Keep
talking to you
it
as well. I appreciate your
At
calling in.
Bentley Cook
Bentley Cook, your
-N1H
last
said, I
comment.
am the fax kid, do you remember me?
The fax kid. Oh,
At
I
Hoot
can't ring it a bell.
_ Enterprises said, don't turn left at the crossroads.
What happens
At
if I turn left at
MSL
the crossroads?
863 said, I give those to my dog.
These, what, you
Great
give
fit
them
their
omega-3s?
coats.
Yeah. How does
At
my
Big
coat? Does my coat
Frog
look
4
good?
said, Omega fish oil my mom takes that cause she's legally blind.
Does it? I don't think it actually helps my
At
eyesight.
Industrial
but
Hippie
I like 'em 'cause they keep me
5820
healthy.
said, ugh.
These
I
ones.
cannot stand the fishy tasting burps from those
Oh,
pills.
my pills actually say right on the bottle,
At
no fish burps.
DuckDoggo4496 said, why aren't you taking red fish oil?
Why aren't I taking
It's
red
much
fish oil?
smaller and biologically available.
I didn't even know what that was.
At
These
the
are
Goose of Knowledge
these
said I
ones
should
are
call soon.
mushroom pills.
At
Like their
Harley
turkey tail and mushroom.
10,454
They're good for immunity
asks, how do I
support.
get into voice acting?
Because I don't like getting. How do
Can
you get
I
into
call
voice
and
acting?
ask?
I mean, you can, but
At No Grav PK said, wow, we got the same area code lol.
this area code is not my
At
area code. It's
Bentley
just a
Cook
number I was assigned.
-N1H said at the Library.
Getting into voice
the
acting
Goop-
is if you want to. Hold on, I'm gonna mute that for a second while they're trying to answer this. It's such a long there's no like just go here and get into voice acting. Because it's such a long road. What I did is I compiled everything I knew about getting into voice acting, and I put it all on a website. It's a pay website because I had a company put it all together for me because it's just so much work. But go to voiceuniversity.com. I mean, I'd like to say, hey, there's this one quick thing you can do, but it's not. It's like, and you're not going to even make money voice acting until like 5 or 10 years into it. It's a long road. It's something you do if you're passionate about it, if you really want to. But yeah, you can hit up voiceuniversity.com. So many pills. It is kind of comical how many pills I take every morning. These ones, I don't know which is the front of it, but they're beetroot pills. I heard that that's good for like circulation and stuff.
At
And
Grayson
lately,
Husik 635
I've
said,
been-
hey, don't insult cheese. The cheese state will not allow offense to our proud work.
is that Wisconsin? I'm assuming you guys.
At
That was
Davis
rough
Hemingway
last
said,
night.
I'm calling in, please answer me.
Bears-
I want to talk.
Bears came back
I love your content.
after being down at
At Bentley
halftime.
Cook
and won the
N1H
game.
said, so cool and
Cheese steak.
fun.
So yeah, these are
At Bentley Cook
beetroot pills.
N1H said, fun.
Fun.
At Bentley Cook N1H said, fun.
All right,
At Bentley Cook
All right, Bentley Cook is dominating the live chat thing. So let's go over to a phone call because someone just said, I'm online. Hop over to me. I don't know if this is going to be that person, but 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's this?
I gotta get off the phone with you, Mom. Sorry.
Sorry, Mom.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Have fun.
Bye, love you, Pete.
Hey, Mom.
Hello, Pete.
How do I get into voice acting?
Oh, can you mute that for
Can
me?
I call and ask?
Hello, Pete.
And no
Hey,
grab-
can you try and mute that audio for me? There you go.
Yeah, I just did. Sorry.
What's going? Who's this?
This is Eli calling from Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Eli. What's going on in Oklahoma today?
Nothing. I'm about to go to my cousin's birthday party when my dad comes and picks me up.
How old's your cousin going to be today?
Let's see. She's either 15 or 16.
So it's
I think 15.
All right, that's cool. Hopefully, do you follow football? Are you going to be missing some games you want to watch, or are you not into the NFL?
I don't care about sports.
Okay, nothing for you to miss today then. What else is going on? I'm about to take my turmeric pills, by the way, and I don't know whether you're supposed to say turmeric or turmeric. I've heard different ways. I don't know what they are, but I take them because they're supposed to be good.
Turmeric.
You say what? How do you say it?
Turmeric, like tumor.
Oh, really? Isn't there an R in there? I thought there was an R. I thought it was turmeric. I don't know. I take them every day. They're supposed to be good for me. All right. Besides my vitamins and pill regimen, what else is going on?
I've been playing Minecraft.
I never.
Have you heard of Minecraft?
I have. There was a movie with Jack Black, the Minecraft movie, right?
Yep, and Aquaman himself.
Oh, Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was in that movie. I like him as an actor. I think he's super fun. I really. There was a movie. So I actually watch TV with Banana. If I'm by myself, I turn on audio descriptions so it can describe to me what's going on. But a lot of shows, you can get a fair amount out of the story. And I forget the name of it, but there was a show that he was in on Apple TV where he was like in the Great North. It was like a Arctic. And he's the star of the show on Apple TV called Sea, which is all about a whole civilization full of blind people. Have you heard of that?
No.
It's
I'm
pretty
an
trippy.
Android user.
Well, I mean, I think you can use an Android and watch an Apple TV show. It's like Apple TV Plus. I think you can. I don't know. But no, I never played Minecraft. I never got into gaming. So I had enough vision, like throughout the 90s and stuff. I had, if I sat like right on top of the TV, I used to be a big Street Fighter. I used to play Street Fighter 2 a lot. I did a little bit with PlayStation 2, and that's really when my eyesight started to crap out. I was in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I played that one, except I used all the cheat codes. So by the time I got to the end, it wouldn't let me finish. It never gave me the final mission. And then I was in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and I forget what year that came up, but that was the year my vision really kind of crapped out, and I couldn't see the screen anymore. So I played the game a little bit. I ran around. I stole some cars. I did some things, but I couldn't really play the game. But I did it enough just to kind of hop in there and hear my own voice. But yeah, by the time Minecraft came out, I really couldn't play games anymore, so I never partook in that one.
I'm pretty sure you can play Skyrim on an Alexa. You should try that.
Really? Like just
Yeah.
it'll just it gives me like audio prompts and stuff like that?
I don't know. You might have to have Banana set it up. I've just heard you can, and my sister once did it.
Well, that could be kind of interesting. Well, I thank you for the phone call. I hope you have a good time at your what do you say, his cousin's birthday party. And I feel bad because gaming is a big thing. People want to talk about gaming. I'm like, I don't know, man. I just can't. It's not something I can really do or get into. This last one, this is a brand new bottle. I haven't opened it yet. I'm hoping I don't make a big, huge mess. It's a liquid bottle of glucosamine and chondroitin, supposed to be for joint health, which is great for, as a surfer, I'm paddling constantly and like my shoulders are always getting beat up. This is supposed to be good for like joint health, except they said this one is supposed to be like it gets absorbed better because it's liquid. All I can tell.
JustMe3W847 asks, what part did you do in Grand Theft Auto?
All I can tell is that when I drink this stuff, it tastes like kitty litter. It's pretty effing gross. And it tastes like not like new kitty litter. Like this tastes like kitty litter that was used.
At No
Every
Graph
time.
PK
They say
said Skyrim on Alexa is like playing D&D. It narrates everything for you.
Yeah, that's actually kind of, I mean, if I had time and I wanted to kill some time, maybe I could do that. What did I play in Grand Theft Auto? I played, hold on one second, por favor.
At SarahCam7808 tipped $5 through Super Chat. Please look into astaxanthin and zeaxanthin supplements. They work as internal UV blockers for your retina and help
At
with my
Alex
light sensitivity.
PPY420 said waves be
Seriously?
chopping them joints.
I didn't know that. An internal, what? That's a thing? You know how sensitive I am to light. That's why I'm always wearing these sunglasses, because I can't see anything but light, and all I do is get headaches, and I suffer from pain for, look at Sarah, poor Sarah. She's like paying money to help me out. She just dropped a $5 chat to tell me something that'll help me out. Sarah, you're the best. How do these all go back in here?
At DuckDog04496 said, I give my animals that supplement. They get the pill though.
Oh yeah, glucosamine and chondroitin.
At
Like
Harley
a lot of dogs are taking that stuff these days.
454 said, is it cool if I call?
I mean, yeah, you can.
Want to talk about acting?
I'm trying to get to some of the
At
calls.
Gray_PBC
hold
asks, do you use Braille?
No, I don't. I just talked about that a few minutes ago with someone. In order, what did I do in Grand Theft Auto Vice City? I was on the radio. So when you get into a car and in between the songs, you hear those like fake commercials. That was me. I was doing voiceover. The only one I can remember off the top of my head, I always remember. Well, there's two. I remember I did Yuppie and the Alien, which was like a 1980s television show in Vice City. So I did the voice of Yuppie and the Alien, and then I remember in San Andreas I did Kilimanjaro. It was a clothing store for fat people. Like, are you big as a tent? Come to Kilimanjaro. The other thing was, Sarah with that information. Sarah, so I don't have to I guess I can check the time code. It's 9:09. God, what time did I start this? 8 o'clock? But maybe email that to me. If there's a thing that can block my eye from getting light, that would be pretty awesome, because I get really tired of having headaches all the time. And someone was telling me to go to the calls, I think. 760-517.
At Batman-109NJ said, I was wondering where you went.
I'm right here.
Haven't showed up on my For You page in a while.
Well, what's are you on TikTok?
At
For You page?
Jago-R5K said,
YouTube.
Holy live poll.
What? Is there a poll?
At Harley102454 said, Keith Morris is the reason I got into the punk scene. 2013 Channel X Radio GTA 5.
Oh, I guess, yeah. I wasn't in GTA 5. I just did Vice City and San Andreas. Vice City was awesome. Maybe it's just because it was the last video game I was ever able to see and play. But
at Alex PPY 420 said, Yo, don't forget to hit that like button, y'all.
Yeah, hit the like button, share, commenting is fun because you get to
said,
hear it.
Thank you for answering my question.
You are welcome. I try to answer
at
as many questions as
Icyboy1
possible.
said, Blind Surfer,
That's
can
me.
you say I love bean-flavored muffins?
I mean, I could, but I'd have to charge
at
you. I'd have to have my agent call you.
SarahCam7808 said, look out for an email from me.
Yes, thank you. I'd have to have them send you an invoice.
At
and then, you owe me a bunch of money.
RVDV-VM1Sai
So I don't
said
think we want
online
that.
for 61 minutes. IDV says.
I've been online for 60. Oh, thank
At
you. I
Bentley
did say how long have I been on for.
N1H
You guys are
said
the
sorry
best.
for earlier.
You guys are, yeah, thank you.
At AO
Bentley was
Campo
doing some
2004 said
inappropriate
hi.
texting. If Brooks was here,
At
you would have gotten.
DuckDoggo4496 said Cluck and Bell is the best advertisement.
You would have gotten put in a timeout, I think, if Brooks was here monitoring the chat. Brooks is, doing what most people out here in San Diego at this time of day are doing, because there are no waves, not worth surfing. He's probably in bed resting. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's this? Oh, that person, they hung up. I'm going to blow them up just for doing. I mean, he already hung up, but
Turtles. I like turtles.
yeah, I like turtles, but he didn't like. Who hangs on that long and then freaks out and hangs up at the last minute? I think that everybody basically is on hold for 10, 20, 30 minutes sometimes. And then they get there and go, click, 760-517-6844 is the phone number. Hey, who's this?
Hello.
Hey, good morning. Who's this?
Do you remember the fax kid that works at the library?
Yes.
This is him.
I was going to say, I'm assuming it's you, unless you're not him and you just want to talk about him, because that was an interesting phone call.
Oh, yeah, he was totally so cool.
That'd be funny. You call up and pretend to be someone else and be like, remember that other guy? That other guy was awesome. He was super cool. How old are you again? We thought you were younger. Your voice is kind of young, but are you 15?
I am almost 14.
Okay. All right. So for those who weren't, there was like a late night show or an evening show or something. You said you worked at the library, and I think you said technology, and me and Brooks are automatically thinking like all the old people at the library are like using you to figure out how to do email and stuff. But no, you actually maintained a fax machine at the library, which is just still, I mean, cool. Hey, if it works for you. What else is going on today? She will tell me when she's up. So at that point, I'll have to go, and the thing's going to tell me your call queue is full, and then
Understand. That one time, it kept kicking me out after the 30-minute mark. I was in it like 5 times.
that's just a setting of the system that I use. They don't want people, and I don't want people. Like if you sit on hold, if I do like an hour and a half show and you sit on hold for an hour and a half, like that sucks. So the system kicks you out after 30 minutes. And at that point, if you choose to call back and wait for another 30, like that's kind of, it's kind of on you. I don't feel, I feel like that's a good feature, but a lot of people don't understand. They're like, I was on hold and I got kicked out. Like if you were on hold for that long, there's probably some people in front of you anyway. You might not make it through anyhow. But I mean, if this was a profitable show, if I was actually making money and this was sponsored or something like that, I should probably get a call screener, and that would be more fair to everybody. Like, would all know what was going on. Everybody could know their second in line, third in line, something like that. But what it is, just me sitting here with my big red rubber chicken. This is the way this is the way the system works.
Can you choke your chicken on live TV?
I mean, I did a whole, I think I did a video.
That was the one I called on whenever the name of the video. That was my first ever call in.
I think the title of that one, was it choking? Or I think I said like, I'm yanking my chicken. It's because I had the chicken. I think I yanked the chicken because Brooks was on, or the chicken was on Thursday night. And then I yanked the chicken was on Thursday night, and then I yanked the chicken to have Brooks come in. So I was being very clever. Yeah. My 8-year-old humor is, people love it apparently.
I love your 8-year-old humor.
Or maybe not. Maybe 8's too young. There's not a lot of filthy 8-year-olds out there. Maybe my 13-year-old boy humor. Sometimes I feel guilty. Like a lot of my titles are about like playing with my stick or something like that, and I like feel bad. Like I'm a grown man. Like, and I'm making like these silly like sex jokes in the titles. But it works. I hate it. Like every time, like, oh, that video went to 1 million. Oh, that video went 2 million. And Banana, she's always like, do you have to do that with your titles? I'm like, I actually kind of do. Like, the titles.
You make a lot.
Yeah, I make a lot.
Money within titles.
Well, I'm still not making shorts. Don't pay a lot. But it's if I'm going to make a video and I want people to see it, if I do like a boring title like playing with my new mobility cane, that'll get like 10,000 views. Or if I say, showing off my stick in public, all of a sudden people are going to be like, what the hell is that? And then it's up to the title will get them to the video, but then it actually has to be a good video. You can't just do dumb sex joke titles. Like it has to be a good video, but to get them there, I mean, my titles are mildly embarrassing. I hope my legacy isn't perverted titles. That would make me sad.
What's the craziest thing you ever opened on a Blango unboxing?
There was a couple of knives that I got, and you're just saying like crazy things. So that one like sickle knife, it's like shaped like it's like a curved sickle, and I had no idea what it was going to be. That thing was crazy. It came like pre-sharpened. Like that thing was nuts. How sharp it was. It was the one I've got a long form video called My First Unboxing Injury. I'd gotten that knife. I guess at the time I realized that it was sharp on both sides, the inside and the outside of the knife. But then it was like 2 years later, and I hadn't used it in forever. And I went to cut open a bag with a pickle in it, and the back side of the knife slid right across my finger, and I cut myself open pretty good. It was the first time I ever had a knife error. And the other one, for 2 reasons, it was crazy. It was kind of a crazy thing to send me, and also it's extraordinarily expensive. Someone sent me an official like K-bar knife, and it's like a military knife. Just really like a big, serious knife. And I think it's kind of fun. Like I do wield my, so it's not that crazy that people would send me other knives to open things with, but the concept, the idea of like sending a blind guy knives is a little funny. And so I've gotten 2 of those, and then I got the video that I said I can't show this online because I found out it was illegal to, I forget, it's not, I think it's illegal to mail them, and it might be illegal to own them in California, but someone sent me 2 Shotokan, I think is what it's called, but I think more commonly known as Chinese throwing stars. And so people sent me those, and the video made it to TikTok and immediately got taken down. And then I didn't want to have any trouble with YouTube, so we didn't put it on YouTube. But I took those things out back and I set up a board, and I was throwing the Chinese stars at the board, and I was pretty effective. They were pretty sharp as well.
Yeah, they get them real sharp, and then they just throw them at people.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny that people have sent me
said Kami CABS.
weaponry. They've loaded me up with all sorts of weaponry. Let's see what the time is now. What time did I say? It's 9:19. I don't know. I guess I can keep hanging out here until Banana tells me that it's time to go to breakfast. But I just had my breakfast. I just had all my vitamins. The only thing, if I were to eat any food for breakfast, sometimes I just eat one of, I don't know where the front of the bag is. I would eat one of these, whatever side of the bag is. It's a little, I guess I can have it now, just so I can have some food in my stomach along with all those pills I just took.
JustMe3W847 asks, are you going to be in the new GTA?
No, I don't think
At Bentley
so.
Cook-N1H said it kicked me from the call.
So you were over the half-hour limit. It's because I'm being really slow about getting to the phone calls. This is a honey stinger waffle. This is my entire breakfast. Some people love breakfast.
Bentley Cook-N1H said ONVM.
I don't know what ONVM means. Never mind. That's what it is. I figured it out. Yeah, this is like all I eat for breakfast. Some people like Banana's like a big breakfast person. She gets like the lumberjack breakfast.
Said the Paragon Warlock has got to be the most dangerous knife to give to your average person. I can't imagine giving one to someone that can't see.
What's the Paragon Warlock? Is that what that weird curved crazy knife I have is? Yeah, it's just it's like a waffle. It's called a honey stinger waffle. It's supposed to like give you some energy and stuff, but I don't do breakfast. Like this is
Devils.
And
Advocate 2354 said one pill makes you taller and one pill makes you smaller.
That's who sings that? So many of her songs are or so many of her comments are
at Bentley Cook
songs that I should know.
Said good one, Pete.
It's like
at Devils. Advocate 2354 said, and if you go chasing rabbits.
Yeah, it's I mean,
No Graph
I can't think of the damn title of that
the ones
song.
that your mother gives you don't do anything at all.
What, the pills that your mother, like my mom, when I was a kid, I used to take Flintstone vitamins, which I do not think did anything for you at all. Oh yeah, in the morning, I have breakfast, and this is my breakfast. I eat all my pills, and then I eat this thing. Then I eat lunch at like 1 o'clock every day, and then I have dinner at like 6 or 7. That's it. I don't eat a whole heck of a lot. Like I have 2.5 meals a day, but I've been literally the same exact weight, like I'm a action figure or something like that. I've been the same exact weight my entire life. Well, since not when I was like born, but from like high school to now, I've only varied like 2 pounds. I also work out every single day, and I surf on the weekends, except for today because there's no waves. So that might have something to do with it as well. But one time ever, I lost weight. It's because I moved out here to San Diego, and I didn't have the time to join a gym. Like moving across the country is a big deal. Fast. I was like looking like gaunt. Like the move from Boston to San Diego was so stressful. Moving here, there was one night I was laying in bed and everything was going wrong. My soundproof studio hadn't been built yet. The wiring of the house was wrong. You turn on the AC and the heat would come on, and the landscaper was screwing me over, and I didn't have like the internet up and running. Like nothing was going right. And I was laying there in bed, and of course, Banana and I were like not having a great time because it's very stressful moving across the country. And I'm laying there in bed, and I'm just kind of like staring up at the ceiling. And I'm like, if I could just like snap my fingers and move back to Boston, I would do that right now because everything is going wrong. Fortunately, I got everything fixed up out here. I learned how to surf. I absolutely love being out here now, but that move was brutal. And it was the only time in my life I lost. Yeah, it was over 10 pounds. I lost like 12 pounds just by being stressed out. But otherwise, eating one waffle for breakfast and having a decent lunch and a good-sized dinner. I've kept the same exact weight for basically my entire life. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I am getting the phone calls, I swear to God. Who's this?
This is Tyler. I'm out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Tyler, what's going on?
Not a whole lot, man. I'm actually glad I got on the call with you. I've been following you for a little while on YouTube and now Facebook a little bit as well.
No, I did. I started posting on Facebook just because Instagram and Facebook are both owned by Meta. Like there was a button. It's like, you want to also post on Facebook? I'm like, okay. And I didn't.
Right.
I didn't pay like a lot of attention to it, but like a month or so ago, I looked over on Facebook and my videos were getting like, I don't know, 20, 30,000 views, sometimes even higher on Facebook. I was like, oh, look at that. There's people on Facebook. I didn't know. And this live is on Facebook as well.
Yeah, that's where I first discovered it. And then I was like, wait a minute, he's got a YouTube. So I might as well pop over there as well. And I switched over there actually to YouTube. But yeah, it's cool to see all these content creators like yourself, and especially you doing the voice acting, like, people that are blind and that sort of thing. Because I'm not totally blind, but I'm legally blind. I have been since birth. So it's just awesome to see other people like yourself putting out content, showing the world what it's like, and especially the fact that you can surf, man. That is like cool as all get out, man. That's just.
It's so funny how I took up surfing thinking like, when I had eyesight when I was a little kid, I played soccer and baseball. Like I had just enough vision to be able to do that. And then that went away and ended up playing football. I played offensive line because I could see a guy and I could hit the guy, but I couldn't really see the ball.
Right.
I did swim team because there wasn't much to see right there. And, as life went on.
No, see, I wish I would have gotten into the sports, because I went through public school, which came with its own challenges, but also there was a lot of like for me, there was a lot of fear surrounding, getting into sports like that, especially football. But like the idea was kicking around in my head when I got to high school, like, man, I could, because I'm a big dude, I'm in high school, I was like 200 plus pounds. So I was like, I could possibly tackle somebody or, like.
Yeah, I mean, offensive line was great for me. Like, I didn't, I tried playing defensive line and figuring out who had the ball was impossible. Like, I couldn't see where the ball went. But I played offensive line. I played left guard. And it was like, depending on the defense I was lined up against, it was like basically hit the guy right in front of you or release to the second level and hit the linebacker. And like back then I could see the shape of a person. I couldn't read the number on their jersey. I couldn't read their eyes or anything, but find the guy, hit the guy. And like, that was, for me in high school, losing. So my eyesight was always getting worse.
Right.
I always think about the people that I went to high school with and they see me now and, I'm the blind surfer. And I wonder if they understand that it was a degenerative thing because they might be like, this faker, like he played football in high school. Like, yeah, I could see.
Well, see, that's the thing. Most people, like, they don't think about the fact that some conditions are degenerative. Some conditions are born or something you're born with.
Yeah.
Others, like mine, I have what's called optic nerve hypoplasia, which layman's terms, when I was born, my optic nerve wasn't fully developed. And that's like what connects your eyes to your brain.
Yep.
So, things are blurry for me. I have some usable vision to where I thank God I'm able to play like Xbox games. Like one of my favorites is Farming Simulator. Just, I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's actually pretty in depth. And if you have some eyesight, especially on Xbox, it's actually pretty playable.
So do you get,
but,
I don't have enough anymore to do any sort of game, but I do remember like in the 90s, I was playing Street Fighter 2. I'd just sit up like right on top of the screen, like just like a foot away.
That's kind of how I got to do it.
Yeah. So
that's kind of how I got to do it.
When I was playing someone else, I was, fortunately my best friend was super understanding. He could sit further back and I'd sit like right up on the screen, but to the left. I'd always be to the left of the screen so my head wasn't blocking the whole thing.
Yeah, to the left or right. Yeah. I did the same thing when my cousins and I, because I grew up with two cousins in the house, and they were obviously with us growing up together. They were very understanding. Like they actually taught me how to play freaking Guitar Hero World Tour.
Nice.
Yeah, like we would load up Eye of the Tiger, for instance, in that game, and set it to practice mode, like on the slowest speed.
Yeah.
And they would call out the colors initially until I kind of would get the rhythm. And then from there, I kind of figured it out. Like, I would speed up the song until I kind of could master it. I mean, you know, that was one benefit of growing up with people who understood, like, and could help in that regard.
That's a huge thing. I tell people, like, learning technology is really important, but also like just being around,
vital.
Yeah, but being around people that understand you and your plight, and they are willing to work. Like, I'm around, you know, a lot of patient people right now, and you know, it definitely helps. I was 30 or 31, and I was at a party, and they were playing Guitar Hero. And someone just handed me the thing, like, you just follow the screen. I'm like, you know full well I can't. I'm like, whatever, I can't explain it. So whatever song came on, I don't know, whatever was popular in whatever year that was. I just started mashing the thing like a lunatic. And maybe it was the first version of Guitar Hero, because I heard you can't do that now. But someone was watching, like, hey, whoa, you're pretty good. Like, you're getting like a bunch. I'm like, yeah, sure, cool. And I literally just was pressing every button like as fast as I could.
Yeah.
You know, I figured, like, in a circumstance like that, it's just better to try, you know, like as opposed to, you know, it could have ruined my night. Someone could have given me the thing, and I could have been like, I can't see it, and I would have felt crappy, and I would have been self-conscious. And, you know, every time it's not like, and I'm sure you're the same way, you don't walk around all day every day going, oh, I'm blind, I can't see. Like, it doesn't occur to you 24 hours a day.
If I get familiar with, like, for instance, you know, if I get familiar with my environment, like, especially, like, for instance, my apartment, I don't use my cane in my apartment.
Right.
I just walk around it like if I were a sighted person.
Yeah.
I even do that sometimes with the rest of the building, just because it's very familiar layout, and I have some usable vision to where it doesn't really affect me too much. But at the same time, like, you know, there are times where I do use it, just depending on the circumstance.
Yeah. It'll hit you in the face a handful of times a day, like, oh, right, I can't see, this kind of sucks. It's so funny, like, how much memory you have to use. You have to remember where you put everything. And in my gym, I do a really pretty serious workout every day, and it's pretty intense and it's pretty fast. I learned when I was younger, I just did heavy weights. Like, all I want to do is heavy weights. And so, you know, you load up the bar, you put 315 pounds on there, and you try and get one out of that. But now I have like a bunch of stations all set up at once. Like, I'll go from dumbbell curls to ab crunches to reverse sit-ups, back to the curls, over to reverse curl. Like, I'm just kind of bouncing, so I'm getting my heart rate up as well. And sometimes, you know, because I'm like listening to Skrillex or something, I'm all jacked up. I got an energy drink in me. And I'm like making my way over from the sit-up machine.
Just pumped as hell.
Yeah, so I'm like going from the sit-up machine over to like the lat pull-down thing, and like flonk, I whack a knee off the side of the bicep curl thing that I'd set up on a stand. Like, oh god, I forgot I put that there. And like, you know, if I could see, it's a giant 45-pound dumbbell attached to a giant 45-pound Olympic bar. Like, I should have seen that if I could, but I can't. So, reminder, I'm blind.
Right.
And then I just kind of go, you know, I grab my knee and I rub it for a minute, and then my because I do everything on a timer.
And then you like later on when you think back on it, you kind of laugh about it.
Yeah.
Like, at least that's what I would do.
Yeah.
Like,
well, then I tell myself too.
One time,
go ahead.
One time I was helping my great grandmother, who actually raised me, but we were at the local Walmart, and I got out of the van to go grab a grocery cart for her, which I actually would drive it over to her. But before I even got to it, like, I was walking through the parking lot, and bam, one of those light poles that stick up out of the ground, which it had the painted like yellow, but I guess I didn't see it. I was so focused on the cart.
Yep.
That, like, I walked right into it, bumped it, like my mouth was open, so it, you know, my teeth collided with the metal pole. Like, it sucked in the moment, but man, afterward, and obviously I'm laughing about it now. So
I've done that. I've done that same exact thing, and my first thought is, why was my damn mouth open? Like, why am I walking with my mouth open? All like the things that like go through your head. I've hit my like teeth on like like the bark of a tree. I'm like, why am I walking around with my mouth open like that? Close your damn mouth.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just for me. I've naturally been a mouth breather, so
I guess
like it kind of normal for me. But at the same time, it's like this is one of those rare times I wish I had my mouth closed.
Yeah.
So that I didn't have to.
Yeah.
But
and stuff happens. You know, I remember one of the worst ones, and I was like just getting used to not having good eyesight. My class in 8th grade, we went down. So I grew up around Boston, and every 8th grade class took a trip down to Washington, D.C., and we were around
I bet that was cool.
Yeah, it was. It was super fun. We went to the Lincoln Memorial, and we did it at night. And I think that, I don't know if it's still the same way, but you know those posts, like the concrete posts that are like 3 feet high, and you can run either chains or ropes through them to set up lines? Like those things are all around. So you could cordon off.
Oh yeah, they're all around like all sorts of different places.
Yeah, but so there were
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they're just like these 3 foot high posts that are, you know, like 8 to 12 inches across, and it's just you run the rope or the metal through it, and it kind of cordons off that area. Now, none of the rope or metal was there. It wasn't cordoned off. It was wide open, and I was like like everybody in the bus was getting on the bus, and I was trying to get like one last picture of Lincoln Memorial. And so they're like, you gotta go. I'm like, okay. So I turn around and I start running back towards the bus, and I caught one of those posts right between the legs, and they're 3 feet high. So it got me right in the jewels, and it went like up to the stomach.
No.
So it was like a double, like it caught me in the groin and the stomach, and I just like a cartoon, like Wile E. Coyote getting hit by a train. I like slowly slumped down, like, oh. And
yeah, that would be.
It was everybody.
That'd be excruciating.
Yeah, everybody that was getting on the bus, like they were all getting on the bus. They had their back, and I finally like make my way back to the bus, and I sit down next to my friend Paul, and I was like, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "See what?" And I'm like, "Okay, cool. Nobody saw." But yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, I relate. Yeah. Totally relate.
You can get surprised by that stuff. Well, let me.
Totally can relate.
Is it 10 o'clock? No. It's 9:35. I'm going to try and grab a couple more phone calls. I appreciate your calling. It was good to hear from you. Thanks for joining me today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, thanks for taking the call.
All right. I'm not sure how many times a week I think Banana and I got overly excited because I crushed it so hard in the super chat. Because I take the super chat, and then I take Banana out to either breakfast or dinner afterwards, and it's just kind of fun. You know, it's like, hey, that was cool. So I think the one I did on Thursday by myself, we ended up we had some fun this weekend with that. We went to a place right on the water around here. It was an absolutely beautiful day, and it's fun for me to go have a meal. Like, we go to some restaurants around here that are like, you know, known for their scenery, which shouldn't do a lot for me, but this place was right on the water, right on the harbor, and I could hear the waves lapping. There was a seal in the background. He's sitting there going, ort, 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 ort. And you can just kind of feel the ocean breeze. So I can't enjoy the scenery per se, but it is fun to go to those places every now and then, just kind of enjoy the feelings and the sights and the sounds and the smells. I just turned on the chat thing and it's not making a noise. So either it quit or everybody's really quiet right now. Everybody just being quiet in the chat. Sometimes audio dies in this whole thing too, which I am unaware of. 760-517-6844 is the phone number. I guess.
At Devils,
oh, there we go.
Advocate 2354 said nice.
Nice. So if the chat is that quiet, does that mean anybody's there? I wonder if I can actually.
At the Goose of Knowledge said goose emoji.
What? That's the Goose of Knowledge, and you have a goose emoji.
At Form Fatale said 6 to 7.
Form 6, 7. Right, you said 6 to 7.
RVDV-VM1 Sai said you can enjoy Banana's enjoyment.
I can enjoy Banana's enjoyment, and she'll tell me about the scenery and stuff. Actually, I want to see
if I
can.
Grav PK asks, did you go surfing on Friday?
I didn't go surfing on Friday.
At Tyler141 said once again, I appreciate the chance to get to chat with you even for a little bit.
Well,
I'm hoping I can get the opportunity again whenever you go live.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Hold on one second.
At King Reviews YT said I am just chilling.
I'm also just chilling.
At Sarah Cam
Sarah, you're still here,
7808
Sarah?
said I'm here.
I'm here. I'm also here.
At Robert Edward Lennis 3012 said love to watch your videos, Pete. At mr.melons9366 said make me one day I should call and have a combo with you.
A combo? What
You
is it, like,
seem like a real cool laid back person. Been watching for a while.
trying to
Keep
figure
it
out?
up.
No, I guess I can't figure
At
it's not gonna
Jendugal
let me do it.
7863 asks what voiceovers have you done lately?
What voiceovers have I done? Oh my god.
At Henley
What have I not
underscore
done?
Studios said I'm here.
I'm here. I don't
At
know
the
how to
Goose
say
of
what
Knowledge
voiceovers have I
asks, does
done.
anyone seek answers to past, present, or future?
Is that the same person that was asking that
At
in the
Sarah
beginning?
Cam 7808
There's
said
a-
was
or-
online over 30 ins, so it dropped me
Sarah,
but got
I'm
back
sorry.
on.
All right, so maybe I should go get a phone call.
At
What?
George
Let's see what- let's see what-
2381 said dang your line is busy.
I know it's always busy. And
At DuckDog04496
one.
said seals can be real jerks.
Seals
Neil
can
is
be
a perfect
jerks.
example.
Voiceovers I've done like recently. I don't know, like a lot. Like I do a lot of stuff for the NFL, and we're in the postseason right now. I also did the Winter Classic voiceovers for the NHL. I don't do as much with college football right now, but I do. I'm the voice of just boatloads of radio stations all across the country. Like if you turn on the radio, you're definitely going to hear me. I'm on a lot of cable news and regular cable channels. I mean, it keeps me busy. I'm doing about 50 or more voiceover sessions every single day. I mean, you flip something on, there's a chance that you're probably going to hear me. 760-517-6844. Hey, who's this?
Hi, this is Adam from Wisconsin.
Adam, well, I'm popular in Wisconsin today. Is it because you guys are all sad that the Packers lost, so you just figured you'd hop on YouTube and not think about sports today?
Absolutely, dude. I'm pissed.
Yeah, it looked like you had it handled at halftime, and then you let the Bears come back and end the season. That was kind of crappy.
Yeah, I've always been a Packers fan, and it's always a gut punch whenever you hear they lose.
I worked directly for the Packers. In fact, if you ever go to the Packers Hall of Fame, I do some of the narration for some of the exhibits in there. I was hired to work for them. I do the preseason voiceovers, like this is Packers football on the Packers TV network, all the preseason games. And I work for a station in Wisconsin, WTLX, that's in Madison, and they follow the Packers. So I follow them throughout the year, and I mean, man, it was up and down and up and down, and holy crap, this is going to go, holy crap, it's going bad. I'm impressed they made it all the way to the postseason, but to have that game slip away like that kind of blows.
Yeah, no, I get that.
What else going on today?
Well, I've mostly just been hanging out, drinking a little bit. You know, I saw you were streaming, decided to hop in. I've been a big fan of yours for a while. Think I've seen just about every video that you've uploaded. Love the content. I thought about sending you something myself.
At Sarah Cam 7808 tipped $5 through Super Chat. I'll send you an email with Cone Protective Supplements.
Oh, thank you.
I'm always trying to fight light damage to my eyes and light-induced headaches.
Jeez, I feel like I should have known. Sorry, I put you on hold because Sarah was paying me to give me some more information, which is always appreciated. Apparently, there's a pill out there that can help prevent headaches and further damage. Believe it or not, there is more damage that could be done to my eyes. Like I have light perception, and it's not much, but it's something. So I don't want to lose that as well. So Sarah said she had some for me. Sorry about that. Keep going.
Yeah, no, you're fine. But yeah, no, it's just really weird.
You said you've seen, I think I've posted like 1,200 videos at this point. And at the start of this year, I was about to pull back. I was going to do less videos, but we started doing this live show, and it's just super fun for me to interact with Banana. Like, because usually, even when the channel was like at its highest and there was a bunch of us, like she was always behind the camera. We didn't get to do a lot like together. So it's super fun for me to like sit on the couch with her on Wednesdays and have Brooks and interact with him and then interact with the callers. And I feel like it's giving us a lot of fun content. That guy Ross, who called up a couple times, who suffers from short-term memory loss, we're posting a video talking about him on Monday. And I might actually start rolling with posting 7 days a week, just kind of mixing the stuff that I do at the beach with Nisha and Brooks and Banana, and mixing in some of the fun stories that I'm getting here on the live. And part of me is like, I don't want people to get like, oh my God, every day. Like, I don't want to like lose people.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
I don't want them to get burned out on it. But I feel like we're getting so much fun content from some fun callers and stories and stuff. Like, I want to share it.
I feel like if you enjoy it, that's really what matters. Because even if, at least in my opinion, even if you have only, let's say, one person watching your content, that's one person who genuinely enjoys what you're doing.
Yeah.
And as long as you're happy with it, I feel like you should, if you want to sit there and, you know, post, hell, let's say 10 videos every day, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. Just more content for your viewers, and I think that it provides, you know, more variety, and especially for like someone who, you know, wants to, you know, be able to see something about their favorite creator every day.
Yeah.
You know, it's always nice, you know, seeing that, oh, you know, there's something new from them every day, you know, something to pop into.
All right, that's, you know, I hadn't really run that. You're literally the first person I've told that to. I don't usually post on Sunday. Let's see, it's 9:44. So in 16 minutes, they're auto scheduled. There's going to be a post going up on YouTube, and I think on the other platforms, but at least on YouTube. It was just a clip of me and Brooks talking about something from the show, and that's nice to hear you say it that way. That's kind of what I decided for 2026. Like, I almost stopped at the end of 2025, and the deal I made in my own head was like, I'm just going to make content that I want to make. Like, I was always so concerned with getting this message across or following this formula. Like, I wanted to make sure that, you know, if I had a video go 2 million views, I wanted the next one to be one that was like inspirational, that got a message, and the next one had to be funny, but then the next one had to get a message out, and it worked. You know, I've had 1.3 billion views. I got 2.5 million subscribers, but it also was getting a little tedious, and that's why in 2026 I didn't stop, but I decided, like, I'm just going to put out stuff that I'm having fun with. So, you know, me and Banana sitting on the couch the other day, we were talking about who could have the more popular live stream. I told her I'm going to have a fun, entertaining, informative show. And then Brooks told her that she should become a booby streamer. Like, that kind of cracked me up. So that one will probably get posted like that. I don't know if other people are going to think that's funny, but it kind of cracked me up. So we're going to turn that into a little short and post it. So I don't know. I don't know what the future is going to hold, but I love having this community. I love the fact that I can sit down and people like you will call, and people will be in the comment section. Like, it's fun. I enjoy it. I am enjoying it more this year than I have maybe for the last year and change.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just happy whenever I see that there's something new that you've uploaded, because especially with your blind unboxing videos, I love just making something to eat and seeing that there's a new one to watch, just hanging out, chilling, you know, watching one of my favorite creators. I'm honestly fine with whatever you make. I mean, you could make a video for that's like an hour long of you just looking into the camera, and I would probably watch it.
Well,
like,
you're the one. I've tried.
Yeah.
YouTube. Believe me, I've tried. Another thing. I made a deal with myself. I wanted to make long form. And I'll tell you a little secret about the long form unboxings. Is not a lot of people for a period there were mailing anything. I was getting stuff from Matea Brown. Sarah always sends stuff in. We were getting like a fair amount of stuff, but I put up an email. It was like blindguyunboxing@yahoo.com. And I would ask people, like, just give me a suggestion, like something you think would be funny to open. And so then I'd have like one of my friends go through the email, and they'd be like, okay, this kind of cool, this kind of cool, this kind of. So then I linked it to my Amazon account. And so long story short, a lot of the stuff for about a 4-month period I was buying. So I didn't know what it was. And it was the suggestions of the fans. And I understood, like, I can't just rely on people to send me stuff all the time. It was kind of a weird ask. Like, I have a job. I'm a grown guy. Like, it's kind of funny that, like, people are sending me stuff. And so for a while there, I was spending like $200 just on the stuff. Then I have to pay to get the thing edited. And I was like, man, these things are costing. And so I was like, but you know what? I'll do 6 months. I'll do 6 months of Blind Guy unboxing videos, long form ones. And hopefully at the end, I needed like 10,000 views just to like not be losing too much money. And by the end of it,
Yeah.
the views went down. They went from 10,000. The last one I posted before this week only got 3,000 views. I was like, all right, YouTube. Like, YouTube. So all this to say, you'd sit there and watch me stare at the camera for an hour. YouTube itself is like, no, dude, we like you in 60 seconds or less. Like, it really wants me making shorts.
Yeah. Just whatever can bring in, because the way that YouTube works with the video and the way engagement works is that videos are counted by view time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the longer that someone watches, that's, more engagement that's going to get pushed out to the algorithm.
Yeah.
I would say that it would probably be best to maybe add something a little bit different every time. Not anything like crazy, but something that people aren't going to expect. So there's a reason for them to watch it throughout, because if you are doing the exact same thing over and over, then it gets predictable.
I know what I'll do. I'll say, hey, I'm going to open this box, and if 15 people can touch it for 5 days or less, I'll give them $1 million. I feel like that's working for a very popular YouTuber. It actually, I find it. I shouldn't hate on them, because it sounds like haterism. But honestly, at the end of the day, especially here, me in my 6th year, after 6 years of doing this, I try to, like, what am I providing? What am I giving people? What are these? And I think at the very least, I'm giving a smile. And even if I'm making a video that is for me, I've got this back catalog of videos that are like inspirational and informative. And then I look at other people that are like, the 40,000th person to comment will win $20,000. I'm like, cool, you just got yourself a lot of subscribers, but I don't know what the point was. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time with the whole algorithm thing. I'll try not to dwell on that.
Yeah. Either way, I'm more than willing to watch anything you upload. I'm glad to give you my view time, all my support. I'm just happy to be here.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I hear Steve up and running around, who of course is my dog. I wanted to log into my mess. Oh, that's the wrong person. I'm gonna send a message. How do I get to? Uh-oh. How do I get to? I want to get to. I just wanted to get to. All right, how about this? Text Maggie. You awake? ? I'll just do a voice text. It's not working. I'm trying to figure out, am I supposed to be getting out of here? Because I know she's not going to come in and get me, because I'm going to ask her to get on the camera, and she's going to be like, no, I just woke up. I'm not getting on camera. Wait, is that you? Yeah. Hey, I was just trying to text you. Oh, hi, Skylar. Did you want to come in and say hi to people, Banana? No. Still getting ready? Did you want to head out to breakfast shortly? Sure. I only got Sarah, basically. There was I think I have like $30 for us to go have breakfast on.
At RVDV-VM1Sai said blindfold Banana and make her do some unboxing videos to change it up.
We did that. We did that.
And show the difference of identifying.
Well, 100% we did that. It's called a blind guy reboxing. There's like 3 or 4 videos where I blindfolded Brooks and Banana, and I had them try and figure out what stuff was. And the first comment was, these guys suck at this.
At Chill Meme Central said, what does the phone number lead to?
The phone number leads to
At Devils, me. Advocate 2354 said, good morning, Banana.
I'll tell you said hi.
Goose of Knowledge said, I like life.
I like life too. I don't, sometimes I wonder, like, at the end,
at
if I have the opportunity to think about it, will I be like, all right, next life, if that is a thing, like, will I get to see, or will I be able to see in the afterlife? I don't know, but I do know that I can see in my dreams, which is how I started the show, by telling you guys that I can see in my dreams. So I look forward to the evenings. I look forward to the end of the day. I love sleeping. It's feels good. But then I close my eyes. I shut off that blaring light perception. This gives me headaches all day, every day. And then I get to have a dream where I see stuff. And so I totally appreciate that.
At Jackson Fritcha said you're the best.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Banana is up.
Google 7863 asks, why do you call her Banana?
That's a long story.
At the Goose of Knowledge said, I suffered from depression, and so did one of my brothers.
Well, that's not fun.
At the Goose of Knowledge said, so I've begun liking life more.
Yeah. I mean, You only get the one.
At Corey Hicks-RQ7 Uke said, "This is my first live with you, and I'm also a big fan."
Thank you. I'm glad you could find me. I'm
At
curious
Chill
to see
Meme
how many
Central
people.
asks, "Does anyone know why the phone number leads to?"
What do you mean? What it leads to? It leads to me.
At Chill Meme Central said, "What?"
What? Yeah, exactly. All right, I'll
At
do
the
one
Goose
more.
of Knowledge said, "All numbers lead to Pete."
All numbers lead to Pete. You dial anything,
At Chill
you will
Meme
get me
Central
eventually.
said, "Wow."
I think. All right. Banana's up, obviously. She's probably going to go to breakfast, but I'll hop on it because I always feel bad everybody sitting there in the queue and then not getting into it. I'll do one last phone call right here. Sunday morning. I think we're getting into the first NFL game is about to kick off, and I don't want to compete with the NFL. But hey, who's this? Oh, come on. Are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Ooh,
Can
yeah,
you
there
hear
we go.
me?
I gotcha. Is this Sarah?
Yeah, this is. Hey,
ha,
how we got through?
Lucky. Okay, I was just about to end the thing. I'm like, I'll try one more.
I got freaked out because I was like, oh, how do I flip over on time and end the other live?
Well, thank you for providing Bananas breakfast this morning and all of your kindness. And so the stuff from you did you see the unboxing I posted yesterday?
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad you liked it.
Those were and who sent so you sent the three or four things in that one bag. Was there something else that you sent, or was it the peaches, toffee, and the freeze-dried stuff?
Yeah, it was just essentially three things. I sent the peanuts twice, so there'll be enough to go around.
Yeah, those are
If
friggin'
you shared
good.
it with,
Those are
with banana.
I'm
and
partially
book.
addicted to those. There was one whole bag downstairs in my cookie jar. I just have like a little cookie jar with snacks in it, and I grabbed like a handful, and then I walked away, and then I went back and I grabbed another handful, and I'm like, I'm good now, and I like actually started my workout, and in the middle of my workout, I'm like, I need another handful of those things, and I'll tell you who's addicted to the freeze dried stuff is Nisha. So I let her indulge in many of the freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh my gosh, that warms my heart so much.
And Banana loves
I feel like you get a lot of creative gifts, but I come through with like the processed sugar and saturated fats, but it goes down well. So
it might be your my mother told me, my mom every year for Christmas, mom and dad, they pack up a box and they usually send me like a lot of like holiday sweets and treats and stuff. And my mom right before Christmas, she's like, just so you know, we're not going to be sending you all the candy this year. I was like, why? And she's like, well, you seem to get enough candy from other people. I was like, oh.
Come on, but you need candy from your mom. That's special.
Yeah, but instead, my candy this year came from you. my mom said you were giving me enough.
I was like, should I send something else? I'm like, oh, the treats seem to go down well. So,
no, and then Banana loved she loved the peaches. She said on the live, I had her try some on the live the other day, and she said, see, these are some of the best gummy peaches I've ever had. And she's right; those things are delicious.
She did. I don't like sour stuff, so I haven't tried that yet, but I did try the butter toffee peanuts. I got that for myself, and they are pretty addicting.
Someone sent, they were supposed to be sour. It was like sour boogers, I think was the name of it. Did you send those as well?
Absolutely not.
Okay, it was a 3-pack. There were 3 boxes of them. They were sour boogers. And 1, they weren't sour, and 2, they all tasted kind of like a little plasticky. I was like, oh, this is not a good. And then I found out after the fact, I filmed and they were like sour boogers. I was like, gross. That's not good.
Yeah, you can expect certain things from me and certain things, it's not for me.
Sour boogers, not on the list. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
I wanted to see if she'd come in and say hi, but she's definitely. I mean, she just rolled out of bed.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool. I'll call another day. I did have a question for you, and I did have a question for Banana, but it's just you today. I always get distracted when I speak to you guys, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually had a question.
I know, and I blew you up last time. You were my first attempt at blow up, and then Brooks told me the next day that the audio wasn't working, and I was like, oh, so she had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. And I didn't understand the context and what you meant when you said, that's why I started saying, because at the end, because I realized what you were trying to say.
Yeah, Banana told me, she's like, she had no idea what you were saying.
Okay. I watched it back later and I was like, in the context of what you were talking about earlier, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I was super sleepy. I had some melatonin in my system. I was not connecting dots that night.
That's okay. So what you ask both questions. I'll see if I can answer the Banana question, but what's the question you had for me?
Oh, okay. The question I had for Banana was like a parenting, because she has so much experience in childcare, nannies, and family dynamics. And so that was my question for her. But my question
I'll let
for
her.
you,
That's definitely her expertise. She's like the guru. I keep telling him like you need to do a YouTube channel like giving parents advice. She's
she
raised
really
so many
good.
kids, and it's funny. Like I get she's working with a new baby now. Her name is
Uh-huh.
Hayes, and the parents just look at Banana like, "Oh, wise sage, please impart your wisdom. Like, how do we
You
sleep
got it all
train this
figured
child? Yeah,
out.
like, is it okay that she's not walking now? Like, when should we expect the first words? Like, what's the best nutrition?" And she's just done it so many times. She's just raised kid after
Yeah.
kid after kid. She knows it all, and it's it's fun to see her in her element being expert, and then like just watching people
Oh,
learn
that's
from her.
amazing.
So that's so yeah. I'll let
There's
her handle
there's
that one.
Yeah, there's someone called Sam from the Blind Life channel. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He actually has Stargirls as well, and sometimes he and his wife do like Q&A, like marriage, relationship, life Q&As, and that's interesting on top of like the blind tech content that he does. So
Yeah.
I'll stop I'll stop mentioning other people's
Yeah, you're always
YouTube
plugging other
channels on
channels
this
here.
channel. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
My question for you was, I am someone who struggles with mental organization, and you're someone that has to memorize so much, and I'm sure like you have so much mental real estate just taken up by all the stuff you have to memorize. And so my question was like, how do you stay organized? How do you remember so much stuff? Like what are some practical things that you can share with people about like keeping mentally organized and memorizing things as well as you do?
I think, and this is a huge thing for me right now. I'm under, and for 2026, I actually I gave myself a memory challenge. To me, memory is super important. I feel like I remember a lot. Like I can recall conversations, names, places, dates. There's a theory I've read that blind people should be able to remember more of what they hear because their brain isn't taking in visual stuff that takes up memory. And I don't, as far as I know, that's not true. Those get stored in two different places in two different ways. But I could see some merit to it. But to me, because I do so many different things, when I go out and film on Saturday with Nisha and I want to sit down on Thursday to edit, it behooves me to remember the entire day of filming, every conversation, everything we did, every funny line, because then I can just zoom through, find it all, and make the video, as opposed to having to re-watch it again. And I'm doing so many different things between voice acting. I'm narrating a book right now. I'm doing live shows. I'm doing voiceovers. And so to remember where everything is, like to me, memory is just super important. And I feel like I'm an extraordinarily efficient individual. I can't really write things down. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't do me a lot of good. So I like memory exercises. Oh, look at that, Sarah. Someone besides you is
At MakeJabBrown3983 tip $4.99 through Super Chat. Hi, Pete.
Nice.
Here's a few for dinner and drinks fund.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Look at that. See, it's not just you supporting the channel single-handedly, Sarah. I mean, mostly.
You were crushing it that other live.
Oh man, it was
you were crushing it. I was so proud of you.
Somebody dropped a 50, and I'm not saying do this, Sarah. Actually, sometimes I feel guilty when you're like single-handedly supporting me and Banana's like dinner habits. But someone dropped a 50, and then they were asking about like representation amongst blind people. And I feel like I've got a mildly negative. I honestly feel like I have a different attitude towards a lot of things than other blind people because I wasn't blind and now I am blind and I'm already in the media. I understand how it works better. I feel like that person was like, we need more representation in the media. And I was like, I don't know. Like to me, I'm like, I'm not dying to have.
I agreed with you.
Okay.
Like I agreed with you. I was like, I mean, it might be kind of controversial, but I don't like representation for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
That's
like
where I was going.
When it feels like it's a token thing, it's like, oh, okay,
that's
let's have this person in here.
So I don't. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Are you checking the box as a token? Like, I don't oftentimes walk out of these shows being like, like I don't second guess myself. I just have fun and do it. But that time I walked away, I'm like, I hope I didn't come off wrong.
Right.
I feel like
and I feel like real people's representation, like your channel, is real. Like you see the struggle, you see the highlights. It's not Daredevil, and it's not someone who's like needing help for every single thing. It's real world and it's applicable. And I think it's more impactful for people to see disabled people in their real lives accomplishing things, or like you do doing real stuff than on like a network television show where everything is set up.
Okay,
to have
we're on the
some
same
kind of-
page then. That's what I said. I was talking to Nisha as we were surfing yesterday. That's exactly what she and I were kind of agreeing on. I was like, I at least show people what it's really like. You know, a lot of my videos are like, well, this sucks and this is hard and this is how I overcome it. As opposed to like, do I need the next door neighbor on ABC's next sitcom to be blind and have him walk in with his stick and knock over a plate and everybody laughs? Like, no, I don't need that. I don't want that. Like, I think that's silly.
It's almost kind of gimmicky. So I prefer the representation not on like national level, but more so with like creators. That's actually how I came across your channel. I don't know if it's through Anthony or if it's through Molly, because I've been following them for years. But I just love seeing real people going through real stuff, and them accomplishing things may look different, but they can go about it. And so if there's people out there who are considering giving a blind person a job and stuff like that, this changes minds because they see it is possible. It can be done, you know?
Hopefully. To answer your question and then to take Banana to breakfast, I feel like organization, like I'm doing a lot of things right now. I'm signed up for a memory challenge app. I'm reading/listening to the book of a former world memory champ, and I'm learning memory techniques. To me, my goal for 2026, people have resolutions. I want to be able to, this is going to sound like a weird goal, but I want to be able to memorize a script after hearing it once. This is my goal for 2026. And I feel like that's I don't even know if that's possible, but I'm trying. I feel like starting off your day with things being in their place. A lot of people I know have a hard time remembering the tasks that they're supposed to do throughout the day because they wrote it down and they didn't look at their book. Like if your car keys are in the same place, or if you're, that's I think organization and memory go hand in hand. And if you have routines, just like adding things to the to-do, I don't know, like dates stick in my head. Like I know on January 15th of this year, when it happens, I'm supposed to pay my quarterly taxes. I don't need a reminder. I don't need someone to tell me. I just know when I look down on January 15th, that's going to be the day I pay my quarterly taxes. Then the actual taxes are due on April 15th. I'll remember that. I know that the first script I have to read tomorrow morning is going to be from the Sports USA for the NFL. I'm in my head, I'm really organized. And I do feel like people spend so much time doom scrolling these days. I mean, just take like 10 minutes a day to do like a little memory challenge or something like that. I feel like memory is so underutilized. And I feel like a lot of people with good eyesight, I don't have to remember. I'll just look at this. I'll look at this reminder. But I think sticking things in your head and setting up schedules and routines and being organized. I mean, for me, I do a lot on a lot of different things throughout the day. And I feel like the only reason I'm able to is because I'm organized, because I have good memory, and because I have good time management. I think all those skills are, I could lecture about those until people told me to shut the F up, but I think they're super important.
Can you tell me the name of that book, please?
This is embarrassing. I listen to so many books, and I never know who the hell I'm listening to. I'll email it to you.
I appreciate that. I listen to books every day, like in the background at work.
I do too.
And so I'm on Audible. They take all my money because
I'm the same, and I'm on Audible, and then I just grab the next book and I listen to the whole thing. I'm like, that one's good. And people are like, what did you just listen to? I'm like, I don't know who it was. I forgot to check the author. But yeah, there's Skylar just came to visit.
It's funny, you were talking about Roy Dutrice, and I love him because I listened to the whole A Song of Ice and Fire books like once a year, and I just reread them. And so I thought that was like a funny aside when you brought him up. I'm like, I love Roy Dutrice.
He's so he did something I noticed what he was doing in one of his books, and I've started to do it in mine. Not only did he change the voices, like one character was the gruff guy, and then this guy's the higher guy. He would change, I remember specifically Theon Greyjoy. He had a different cadence than everyone else in the book. It was a little more stilted. And so it wasn't just changing the timbre or tone of his voice. He was changing the cadence of his voice. And I thought that was super smart.
I thought it was genius because after he went through what he went through, his voice changed. Like the voice before he went through that and after are different. I thought that was like the coolest, like minor, if you noticed it. Because if someone went through that, they would speak differently.
Yeah, totally.
I thought that was so cool of him.
Well, so I'll send you that book. I mean, I think in taking time, if you can spend an hour a day scrolling through TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, you can take 10 minutes a day to do a little memory challenge or a brain challenge. And I would just recommend this to everybody because everybody these days refuses to take the time to think on their own. Like what's 8 times 8? People be like, oh, hey Siri, what's 8 times 8? Like people ask their phones for everything all the time these days. And so to just challenge your own brain, to challenge your own mind, whether it's to do a memory challenge or to solve a puzzle. And I'm not talking about a lot of time every day. Just engage your brain, like sitting on the toilet for 10 minutes. I don't know, commuting to work if you're on the train or something. I think listening to books or reading books is good, but I think actually engaging your brain. People spend so much time having their phone just feed them nonsense that, and I my stuff is nonsense in this respect. Like, but to work your brain a little bit every day, I think it's super important, and that's one of the things I've decided to do this year.
I think people's brains don't get as much exercise nowadays as they used to, and it's a muscle that you need to exercise just like any other muscle.
You can exercise like
That's a great tip. I appreciate that.
So for my memory challenge, I only started in the beginning of November. I was trying to memorize 30-second scripts, so 30 seconds of copy. And when I started in early November, it was taking me 15 to 18 minutes to memorize every single word, to deliver it flawlessly. And this week, I got that down to 3 minutes. I'm down to 3. And my goal, I'd like to see if I can, by the end of the year, if I can memorize it after one listen. I don't know if the human brain is capable of that, but damn, I'm going to find out. Sarah, I know Banana's waiting for me. Skylar's pawing at the door. We're going to go have our...
I feel bad. I took so much of your time today.
I appreciate talking to you. Thanks, Sarah. Thank you to everybody that... Skylar, I can hear her pawing at the door. Let me see if is there anything that I should do before I get out of here? Trying to find there we go, that's that. And then I'm going to fire off this. Aha, there we go. And no, I'm going to leave this up. And then thanks to everybody that called. This was I was curious to see if anybody would be around on a Sunday morning. Seems like some people were. We'll definitely be back on Wednesday night, the whole crew, Banana and Brooks and me. And then, I don't know, like I'm having fun with these. So we might do, Sarah is amazing, isn't she? We might do some more of these. They'll just pop up randomly until I can figure out an actual schedule. But until then, make sure you subscribe so you get the notifications. I'm going to go hit adios on this thing, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Thank you.
And Aotari said W music. At the Goose of Knowledge said Ike. At Riramer 4978 said Great Loud. Have a good